If a truck suffers a vehicle or vehicle explodes result, roll on the ramshackle table below. Is that you or?
That's me.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
he's back.
I don't know what's going on. My OBS keeps shutting down.
That's wild.
Oh, really?
Okay,
Yeah.
what you missed. Okay, so did you hear the double two rule?
I don't think so.
Okay, on the double two, you fire the gun, but your opponent gets to choose its target.
Oh, jeez.
And on a double,
out of control.
on a double one, the shock attack gun explodes, leaving a crackling orb of unreality in its place. No shot is fired. Remove the mech as a casualty. And all models within D6 inches are removed from play.
Oh my gosh.
So, what I was telling Evan is you could literally fire that thing one time in a game, and on a bad roll, wipe out not only your big mech, but everything within 6 inches.
That is ridiculous.
And considering orcs are often a horde army that packs together, you could lose a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is, it had a 60-inch range. So, I always started my big mech on the opposite side of the table from everybody else.
That makes sense. Good lord, that's crazy.
Yeah. That was, and I mean, orcs are full of rules like that.
That's awesome.
I remember, so mostly I played with friends. I had 4, 5, 6 friends that all were in 40k. Either 3 of them went in with me, and then the rest were already in when we started to play. So instead of going to a Games Workshop, I went to a friend's house. We played together. But we went once, one of my friends and I, to play Massive Battle.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing a thing, I don't know. If I went to the Games Workshop regularly, I may have known that it was a named thing, or whatever it was about. I just had heard through the grapevine that they were doing a big battle and they were looking for people to come play, so I showed up. And most of it was orcs on one side and Space Marines on the other. And I played Space Marines, but this was the first time I'd ever played anything but a demo in a Games Workshop. Maybe been the last time too. Anyways, I'll remember 2 things that happened. There were so many orcs, they were just a wall from one side of the table to the other. And I remember the 2 things that made me really love giant games, because there were so many vehicles, and orcs as well. One orc misfired his missile launcher. So it scattered. And it scattered right on top of him.
Oh, jeez.
So the orc basically tripped over a rock, fired the missile launcher straight down, and killed 4 of his friends, including himself. Everybody.
Oh, that's awesome.
Played a game like that one night. 3 or 4 orc players against a combination of Space Marines and Chaos Space Marines.
Right. Oh, that's weird.
Well, and I had tank busters. And because you have to be very careful when you release your bomb squigs. Because bomb squigs are like the World War II Russian dogs.
Yeah.
You release them, they run to the nearest vehicle and blow up.
Oh, jeez.
And this was all no pre-measuring or anything.
No pre-measuring. I just had to go off of sight. And one guy challenged my bomb squig target designated. It's like, your buddy, your teammate's tank is, or your teammate's truck is closer. So we measured, and sure as shit, it was an inch closer. And so Bomb Squid goes over, blows up the truck, ramshackle rule, and hang on, I've got to get the rule right because it has less impact unless you hear the actual rule. Yeah, it's called Kaboom.
Fitting.
Yeah.
The truck explodes, catapulting flaming debris and stunned orcs in all directions. The truck is destroyed. All passengers and models within D6 inches take a strength 3 hit. Surviving passengers must disembark and take a pinning cast. Well, his truck happened to have a full squad of knobs in it.
Oh.
With one Bob Squig, I took out his truck and all of his knobs. They all failed their rolls. They all took, and they all died. And there was just a crater left on the ground.
Yep. And orc players stomping all around.
Yeah. I was like, shit. Because what happened is we all started, and we were playing on 2 6x4 tables. So it was a 12x4 playing area.
Dang.
And we were all going straight. The rule was we would all go straight across at the person we were across from, and then if you tabled the person you were across from, then you could go help somebody else.
So you guys had roughly even points everybody brought?
Yeah. It was. I think it was like 15.
See, we never had.
It was
We
like
never had even
1,500.
points.
Oh no, it was like 1,500 to 2,000 points per army. And
We let everybody, the whole idea was just one side matched the other side. So like some guy would show up with 2 squads because that's all he had today, and he was painting a bunch of others and he didn't have anything else, so he'd show up with 2 squads, and then somebody else would have an entire army. And it's, well, now that side has an army and 2 squads worth.
oh yeah, no, this was something we threw together one night because we had a bunch of people just standing around waiting to play.
Oh, gotcha.
And the 8 of us looked at each other and went, "Hey, let's do this."
Yes.
And everybody heard us talking. They're like, "Here's 2 tables, go for it."
That's awesome.
And so it was so much, but it was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, I bet.
So much fun. But yeah, the craziness that happened on that table that night was insane.
See, and I think we may have talked about this before, Sarah, but it's the problem with like the Blood Bowl video game. It's fun
Yeah.
for a bit, but like especially for Blood Bowl, you're trying to, level up your team and get more skills and stuff, and not die.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much.
But you're playing rolls of dice, and it's very good at displaying the game, but the game isn't as fun when you're by yourself rolling the dice.
No.
Because the dice can completely and utterly, just ruin your day. Now, if there's somebody else on the other side, you'll make jokes. It'll be funny.
Right.
But if not, then you're just sitting there making jokes at yourself, and it's not as fun.
Yeah, I tend to do that while I'm sitting in between classes, is play Blood Bowl, and yeah. I think I ended up having a professor come out and look at me one time and tell me I needed to quiet down. Yeah. That was just this past semester. Up at UCO. Oh, it was funny.
But yeah, no, it's 6th edition. I had a lot of fun playing. Of course, we had the one guy at the shop who nobody wanted to play against him because he was like the bean counter type player. Nobody likes the bean counter.
See, the problem is that I started playing the Bad Army. I started playing Dark Eldar, which are glass cannons with less cannon and more glass.
Mm-hmm.
And
the only thing
the
that
way
can
it
come
was-
close to that is Tau.
Early Tau, especially because early Tau were horrible at shooting. I mean, that's all they had, but their ballistic skill was so bad they couldn't hit a damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The thing was that because of the way we played, I always got teamed with the Chaos player. And he didn't have anything to travel troops across the board, so he just had to walk Terminators until they got close enough, or walk Berserkers. So he was just, getting ridiculed. So what became my battle plan, and I even used it in games when I was just solo, but what became my tactics was, you're going to have a strategy. I'm going to make that not work. I'm going to fly in at super speed, and I'm going to disrupt all of the things.
Yeah.
Probably going to die.
And see, I played orcs a lot differently than most people did, because I knew I had to get to have any chance of beating my opponent. I had to get huge squads of boys across the table.
Oh yeah.
And so I would take 3 full squads of boys, just melee boys. Run them across the table. They didn't shoot, they didn't do anything.
It just had survived to get in the way.
Then but I had them backed up by 3 squads of shooter boys, a squad of looters, the big mech with the shock attack gun, and 3 death copters usually, and just a bunch of guns, because orcs can't shoot for shit. But
if you roll 300 dice, one of them's got to come up 6.
accuracy by volume, exactly. I mean, I had a grot kill a Terminator one time.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I had a grot squad that was protecting a point that was being attacked. That was being taken. The guy came up, trying to come up and take him by Terminator with a squad of Terminators against grots. I was like, yeah, okay. Can we say overkill?
Yeah.
But my grots stood their ground as long as they could, and actually took one of the Terminators out.
Wow.
What are you painting?
See, that's the thing.
Ariel?
Huh?
What are you painting?
Zombicide?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is one of the female zombies.
Gotcha.
Let's see if I can... Yeah, I need to get new lighting.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not as sure what the color is. It's sort of a pinkish red.
Yeah, it's I used Screamer Pink and diluted it a little bit with some white.
Ah.
Dilute with ivory. Come on. Do you not watch Slow Fuse?
I haven't in a while. I need to.
I love Slow Fuse. He is such a great painter.
Really?
Very good teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to check it out. I just haven't been able to watch too much. My son's at that age to where he's always wanting to play, or he's always needing something, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's kind of been one of the hardest things to getting back to streaming is by the time he goes to bed, I'm just exhausted. Or I've got a headache or something, you know?
So, I don't know if you've seen this. You haven't been around, so you probably haven't seen this cereal. You got to see what my kids got me for Father's Day.
Yeah,
Oh yes.
I don't think I've seen it.
Pull it up. Copy link. Kids apparently listen to, love me a lot.
You have strange children.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking about my mom and my fiance with getting me this computer. Like, it's a full-out gaming computer. I can play any game you think of right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like, I'm able to play PlayerUnknown on Ultra. I'm able to play, like, Battlefield 4 on Ultra. Dark Souls 3 on Ultra, like, Witcher 3. All of it.
You can play all these games. Do you play Minesweeper?
I wish! If I could find that game again, oh, I'd be all over it.
You're sitting down there with a super powerful computer, you're playing solitaire.
Right?
It's great.
I love it! Old school Tetris. Pong.
Yeah, that link I just put in there is.
Okay. Let's take a look. Dude, no way.
Yep.
The Army Painter set, huh?
The Mega Paint Set 3, I think is what it was called.
Wow.
50
Set
paints. 4 of
Set
them.
3?
Yeah, it's got 4 of the shades, which is the flesh tone, the soft tone, medium tone, dark tone, or soft tone, strong tone, dark tone.
Dang.
2 effects paints, which is dry rust and the glistening blood. 2, 3, 4, 5 metallics, and then the rest of it.
That's killer. That's awesome.
So my kids and my fiance got me that from my father.
Heck yeah, you can't beat that.
Hell no, man.
I got my tax return and I ended up getting the whole, you'll see it on camera here in a minute, but the whole Vallejo, like, ungodly number of colors. It's like 80 different colors or something like that.
Nice.
But
This is my paint. So that was me setting things up. I've since rearranged my paint rack to have more shelves,
yeah,
and this is now my paint rack. This is absolutely the most comprehensive set of colors I've ever had.
okay, let's take a look. Holy jeez,
Yeah, nice.
that's amazing.
Look at those. You know what? I'm looking at that. Look at those GW bottles.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Those are what? Some of those are what? 3, 4 paint sets ago.
Wow, and they're not dried out?
No, they're in dropper bottles.
Oh well, yeah, I guess that's true. I still need to do that to all mine. Like,
I still have bolt gun metal.
wow.
Yep.
Mithril silver. What I'm most proud of is I still have Azurman blue, Ogren flesh, Veil red, Badab black, and Leviathan purple.
Dang.
I remember all those.
The
I
old-
remember all those.
The old washes.
Horrible, horrible thing.
No, they're not.
Well, oh, so in fairness, they didn't work the way I wanted them to work. They work differently than modern washes. And if you know that, you can make them work and do great things.
But then I also have rotting flesh. I've got bleached bone. What else do I have? I've got a lot of old colors. I still have a. Oh, I've got Space Wolves Gray.
Ariel, weren't you supposed to take the wrapping off of it?
I'm supposed to, but I haven't because I have a son that it's sitting on the floor right now, and I have a son that has grabby hands. They're usually covered in cheese puffs and Pop Tarts.
Well, at least you took the wrapping off the inside. My friend used to, when we were kids, he used to do some IT work for the neighbors, you know,
Yeah.
all of the old people that didn't know computers, and he helped this one guy who had obviously more money than common sense build the PC. And they ordered all the parts, and the guy was, he thought, more competent, and so he assembled it. And then he called Bo. He said it went up in a puff of smoke, literally. I mean, you know, it was black smoke coming out of it, and it broke down. And my friend went over there to check it out, and he was like, he didn't take off any of the wrapping on any of the components. He just plugged them together.
Oh, jeez.
It literally melted.
That's funny. No, luckily this didn't actually have anything wrapped. Like, they had already taken everything off. But I think they probably did it whenever they built it.
Yeah.
You know, because it's one of those ones, it's from CyberPower. And got it at Best Buy, but the ones there, they pretty much come with everything already loaded. Everything's already done, you just turn on the monitor and you're good to go.
But I don't know how it works, but they probably send it to Best Buy, and then the local Best Buy will assemble it.
Probably, if I had to guess. Because I was reading reviews, and I guess, depending, it's kind of one of those things, it kind of depends on whatever they have available at the time when they build these. So the specs inside of them are not always the same.
Yep.
MKs, what's up, buddy?
What's up, MKs? What's going on, man?
But you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those, and so I think I got lucky and got one that has a lot of higher cards and stuff, like graphics-wise in it. Because, like I said, I can play any game right now on ultra settings, and it works fine.
You should be able to check what's inside of it.
Yeah, and I have, and it looks like it is, like, because on the website it shows, I can't remember what it was, but I had something that was the higher level than what was actually in the game, or actually in the system on the website. So, I don't know. I'm not going to complain, though. MKs, what's going on, buddy? How's it going? We finally got the Discord set up. All just chilling, hanging out.
I'm amused by how much the Discord idea has been getting around.
How much it's been getting around?
Yeah, well, you know, so many people have been trying it out. Yeah, I don't think it'll work for everybody. It's sort of it's a style thing. It won't work. I don't think it would work great for any of the tabletop crew.
No.
No. Not unless they just did it with them.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They would have to do it just with them, and even then, I'm not sure how great it would be. It might work for them.
Well, and you know, Kenny and Rob used it.
Yep.
Kenny, Rob, and Slowfuse used it just for when they're transferring from stream to stream.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. I could see that.
Yeah. Basically, they'll go into the other person's Discord and say, "Hey, man, here comes the stream," and they switch over. They talk for a minute before it comes on. Both streams are live. They're chatting, and boom, they go.
Right.
It makes for more seamless transition.
Well,
Now, one thing I think would be phenomenal as a use for this is if I were streaming and you were streaming. We're both in Discord talking, and we set up a multi-Twitch.
yeah.
Like, who is it? Nikki Coles.
Nikki Coles and
AV6 Scott.
yes.
Yeah.
So, okay. So Captain and Pest have been trying to do this for quite a while.
Just got back. Hold on. Just got back from an ass kicking of a softball game. Oh yeah. Well, maybe you should get better. I'm just kidding, man. Sorry to hear that, dude. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, though.
MKs don't let him give you that. At least you haven't had to restart OBS 3 or 4 times.
Hey. We didn't have to tell him that part. Come on, man. No, hey, look at it this way, in case at least you're out there playing. I'm not. You're doing better than I am, buddy. I ran around with my son for about a minute today, and I had to get down on my hands and knees, and I was breathing so hard.
Yep.
Talk about kicking a guy when he's down. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that.
No, dude, I don't care. You know how it is? I have a fiance. I get shit talked to all the time.
Oh, yeah?
So, I'm used to it.
You've got to live in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a live-in shit talker. And she's a smartass, too. Whew.
Yeah, so is mine.
I have my work cut out for me. Yeah, but I run Spartan Race. Exactly, dude. Like I said, you're in it. I sit on my ass and I paint.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, the only time I run is when I'm in a video game running to cover.
Are you in the Painting Asylum Discord channel?
Oh, I need to get him in there.
Yeah, shoot him a link. Let him get in and talk to us.
Yep, let me get him in. Cause and Max, that's one thing I was thinking. Like with this channel, I was gonna just give it to a few people, you know, like us.
Right.
And then everybody else would have the mini painters Discord that everybody could talk to each other on there.
Okay, yeah.
You get what I'm saying, but at least this way we could have it to where if there's people that do want to talk, we could set it up and be like, okay, you know, you can come in on this night and chat with us.
And see, there's a buddy of mine. He is a video game player. He does some tabletop stuff, but he plays video games.
Right.
And all of his video games are they're war games, basically. You know, Ghost Recon, Wildlands, Division, things like that.
Right.
And what we were going to do is, you probably saw the WGS thing with the dice and all that on my Discord.
Yes.
We were going to do what's called Wargamer Studios, which is basically what you were doing with Mini Painters Worldwide, which is why I was like, here, use this. Because then we could all get in there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a place not only for just tabletop wargaming, but also for video game wargaming or whatever.
Right.
So that's why I have that set up.
Well, and I actually just set up a Discord for because I'm part of a. I actually just set up a. My mind just went blank. I'm part of a podcast as well.
Okay.
And it's called The Gaming Outsider, and I do.
That's right. You do indie games.
I do indie games for them, and I just set up their Discord yesterday.
Nice.
And did channels for like Xbox, PS4, Switch, all that stuff, and then I did one for reviews and news that the guys can post stuff on there if they want, and then that way people can go into the system that they play on and find people that want to play a game.
Right.
You know, and then they can get into it that way. A little bit easier than trying to go through Facebook and do all that kind of stuff, you know. And, I mean, it seems to be working great so far.
One thing I was going to point out is that with Discord, you have a lot of controls that you can use. Like you were talking about this one for us to use for while somebody's streaming, and then the other one just for the community to use.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a cool idea, but so technically if there was somebody else that you wanted to come in periodically to join chats, you would have to invite them over to this Discord, and then they'd have access, throughout. But you can lock chats to only people with certain permissions.
Right. And
You can lock channels up. So you can have, the streaming channels, which the streamers use, you use when you stream. And
Right.
then you can have the BS channel for everybody else to just be sitting in and talking while we're watching you stream.
right, and I don't know if you noticed, I forgot to tell you, Evan, I set you up as a moderator.
Oh, cool.
That way, and you have free range for anything in here. That way, if I'm not in here and you see something going on or anything, you can jump on it and take care of it.
Right, gotcha.
You get what I mean?
Yeah. I don't actually get to see when I made it a moderator on the phone.
Right. Well, I was gonna tell you earlier, but you got off Facebook Messenger, and I hadn't seen you on yet.
Oh, yeah. I may have fallen asleep.
Well, no, that's cool, and it was one of those things I knew I was going to be going on tonight, and I didn't want to not have you set up. You know what I mean? Like, to where if you were on tonight, you could talk.
Yeah.
And so I just went ahead and did that, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and make you a moderator because you're usually around if I'm not.
One of us should be around.
Yeah, most of the time, and if I take my son to the zoo or do something like that, it might be one of those things where you get a notification and I don't. Yeah, most of the time. You know what I mean? And at least one of us can be there to get that taken care of. But, and then, kind of like you were saying, this way we have two different channels. And if somebody jumps in while I'm painting or something, you can mute them real quick.
Yeah.
So, but I just thought it'd be easier to have two, like one for the painting asylum and then one for the group.
Painters.
Yeah, the mini painters set up, all that, and then if they want to use that for their stream, cool. They can use the general chat or whatever, but I'd rather just have one strictly for the group of people that we usually talk to anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why it won't work. I think a lot of the ideas with this sort of stuff, it's odd how it'll either hit or miss, and it seems to be just it's not like it was set up incorrectly or anything. It's just for whatever reason it didn't draw enough people at the right time, and it hasn't caught on.
What do you mean? Oh, Discord?
Well, like which Discord channels are used more. Like, I see more people posting pictures in one than another, even though the same group is in both.
Right. Well, and I think part of it too is possibly who or where each person got started.
Yeah, I mean, I think that
You know.
plays in a lot. I think the channels that are more active with streamers tend to, it's a sort of a reminder that the Discord's there, even if they don't use the Discord
Right.
to stream. Yeah, I there's multiple factors.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I've got my own Discord server set, but I use Caps so much that.
Well, and that's the thing. I think the one thing with Captain, the way he does his stuff, is he is more. He's on it more than a lot of other people are on theirs.
Mm-hmm.
And people feel like they get to talk to the person that did it, and Captain just knows so much about this stuff anyway. You know what I mean? Like, and I had a question about Discord earlier, typed it in there, and within 10 seconds I had an answer back from him. You know what I mean? Like, it was just, he's just always on top of it. And I think if the moderators and there's people there that are always on top of it to talk back and do that kind of stuff, people are more inclined to go to that one.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I am the way I am with the Facebook group. You know, I try to post on everything that's posted just so they know I'm here.
Right.
You know, and that's kind of why I try to post a lot of different stuff and Kickstarters and all that, which tomorrow I'm probably going to post a thread asking for questions, because that group that's making Zero Gravity that I posted those pictures of,
Yeah.
they want to do a Skype with me,
Oh, right on.
and we will be the first. I will be the first person to see the game actually played.
Wish it could be so cool.
And they want me to come up with 5 questions that I can send to them, that they can, you know, research and do all that stuff if they need to about their game before we do the stream. But because what they're wanting to do is they're kind of wanting to use our group to get the game out there. And so we're kind of we've kind of been asked to be like the hub, I guess you could say,
Right.
for them.
Early playtesters almost.
Yes. So me doing the Skype, they're going to end up using this in all of the other Facebook groups they're in. And they're going to post that it was done with Mini Painters United Worldwide, with our Facebook group link, all that kind of stuff.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So I'll probably post something tomorrow about asking, you know, hey, you guys have questions, blah, 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 all that. So if you guys have any, think about it.
So we can refine the questions down.
Yeah.
Good ones.
Yeah, because they said they wanted my questions, but I thought, man, it's not just me. You know, I want the group to come up with this stuff.
Right.
Because this group isn't for me, it's for everybody. You know. I made it for a place for everybody to go to talk about what they love. And so I'd rather it be what everybody wants to know and not just me. But we got that, and then I got Leo that created Mythic Battles Pantheon and the Conan games. He saw that I posted the Mythic Battles Pantheon video that he did the other day on the group, and he ended up liking that, so I probably can talk to him about the Batman game and see if we can't get anything about that.
Cool.
Oh
Yeah, I can't wait for that. And then I've got another company that's asked me if I want to paint some of their minis for the Kickstarter they're doing.
Oh, cool.
So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that can be coming up for the group that could be really cool.
And I mean, I like how we hit on a bunch of the other things that don't usually show up.
What do you mean?
And that's,
Well, like updating on Kickstarters, they don't show up in any of the other groups that I'm following.
Yeah,
Things like that. It's you know, somebody may mention it once and then it's gone. Like I'm on literally just now looking at the terrain tutor
Mhm.
on YouTube. He has a Facebook page for people that do terrain. They basically, you know, post questions, post ideas, post things like that, discussions.
right.
Which is really cool. It's all focused on terrain, and it's giving me ideas and stuff. But that's all it is. It's terrain.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, and
Nothing about Kickstarters.
yeah. And that's kind of what I've noticed is a lot of them are like that, to where they solely work with one area. But there's so many other things out there. You know, I'm always learning about new stuff. I'm always learning about new games and new types of games. And it's just like, you know, Star Wars Destiny. I could start posting some stuff in there on the group about that, because that game's amazing. And it's a card and dice game. But it's a blast, you know. And then we can do. I mean, it's limitless on what's out there, but it's just never used.
Yeah, and there's a time and place for concentrated things.
Yeah.
And like I like the fact that when I go to the train tutor's place, I don't have to scroll through anybody's BS.
No.
There's nothing. Nobody's posting this Kickstarter for a card game that I'm completely and utterly not interested in. It's all, yeah, I don't really need that technique. I could use that technique. That's new.
Right.
Read about this. But then at the same time, I like to get on yours and go, oh, I didn't even know that was a Kickstarter. Damn it, my wallet. My poor wallet.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I love about it, And like I said, with Kickstarter, it's so much fun because there's so many different games, so many different types of games that nobody would have ever known about,
Yeah, and I feel like Kickstarter's the kind of thing you can also get have fun with twice. Once when you first hear about it and you kickstart it, and again a year and a half later when you actually get it.
Yeah, exactly. Like Dark Souls. God.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for all the Kickstarter stuff.
I've been seeing people painting stuff up though, man.
It's wicked.
Dude, it looks good.
Oh, I'm so intimidated by those models. It's nuts.
It looks like you're gonna need to get ready to start learning some OSL because that's when they look brilliant.
Dude. Well, that, and I want to do the non-metallic metal.
Oh God.
I want to do non-metallic metal on those, just because there is so much metal on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean, every single one of those models is armor.
It's going to go so well.
I think I'm gonna have to order a new link.
Why is that?
Order.
Well, I had a hard time getting his hand, the sword hand, to stay on,
Yeah.
and so I decided I was going to try and drill it out
Ooh.
and pin it.
Right.
And I wound up drilling through the wrist and ripping out half the wrist.
Oh.
So I'm going to have to order a new one just so I can paint it.
I will. You need me to post the link again on the Facebook group?
Yeah, if you could.
Yeah.
I had it for a long time.
Let me see. I wonder if I still have his Etsy page, because that's where it's gonna be.
Yeah. That pissed me off so bad too. I was looking forward to painting that thing.
Yeah, it's awesome model. Like, he did a great job with them. I still need to paint them. I feel bad that I haven't painted them as much as I need to. Okay. Go ahead.
I've still got the, okay, let's call it the elf cleric.
Mm-hmm.
But I need a new elf ranger.
There you go.
Nothing I've said for the past few minutes has gone through, has it?
Nope.
Not a single thing. It's been kind of nice.
Yeah. I can't let you enjoy yourself that much. In case he's trying to get in, so I'm going to try to help him out. I'm pulling up Discord on my PC, and sometimes that messes with the channel chat. So.
Gotcha. No, because I mean, I sent.
Again, I'm either muted or I messed up.
Well, he asked me to send the link again, and so I did. But I hadn't heard anything back from him, so I can't find your chat in Discord. What? It's down at the bottom of the He can't find the chat or the channel.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I can just...
Because the chat is just, or the channel, well, the chat's just stream talk.
Yeah.
And the channel is the painting asylum.
I don't think he's joined... He hasn't joined the...
He hasn't joined the channel at all.
No, he hasn't joined, and that's in... I mean, if he clicks on that, it should get him to it.
Yeah.
Where are you? Okay,
Because that is the invite.
There we go.
I don't know. I'm just painting. I'm just here to paint. No, I'm just kidding.
to server. What's your server called again?
Mine?
The Painting Asylum.
The Painting Asylum, yeah. If you just look under
Send-
the screen, you'll see it. It
Yep,
says, yeah.
I
And written in
send
blood, you know.
A direct invite to the.
Mystic, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Hey, Mystic, what's happening?
Hey,
up,
Evan,
Mystic?
send one to him, too.
Oh, yep. Let me just fill it up again. It's fine.
Get on it.
Moderator.
What did you see what I called you? Did you see what your
No, I'm in another channel.
Oh, the moderator thing is you're instead of mod, you're abomination.
Nice.
Regulators.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
I thought it was pretty good. My fiance came up with it. I was like, all right, I can live with that. Calling the moderators abominations. Hey, because they're big and brutal.
Hey, does that mean you got 2 moderator duties that Hoot doesn't have?
I think so.
Do what?
I'm moderator on 2 channels that Hoot isn't.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, who doesn't come to my channel anymore?
I haven't seen him on at this time of night very often
Really?
anymore.
Uh-oh, Mystic did something for you today, Evan, and you weren't there to see it.
What? Oh.
No.
No.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, the stripes! The stripes!
Oh, shoot. I'm trying to figure out what color I want to do her
Did he paint
corset.
yellow stripes on the generator?
Yep.
Yoda, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you. Guys, Yoda is one of the guys in the Gaming Outsider group that I'm in.
Oh, right on.
Over an hour to do those stripes. Good lord. Well, I mean, they are crisp.
I'm trying to figure out what color should I do it with the pink. The corset.
The corset with pink.
Well, I've got the pink for the dress. So I don't know what.
Purple would be cool. A dark
Army
purple.
Painter Warlock Purple.
I don't have Army Painter.
I was gonna say he does Vallejo.
I've got Vallejo and Citadel.
Oh, Mystic suggests white
White.
would be nice.
White it is. Since Evan didn't come see him today, I'll go with what Mystic says.
Ivory.
Yes, because you never paint something with pure white. You do the. Oh, Mystic says white with a purple glaze halfway down.
Purple glaze. Ooh. Getting all fancy.
Mystic does this. Whenever you ask Mystic about a zombie, you're like, I'm painting a basic zombie. What should I do?
I know.
I got an idea.
I'm just trying to get these bitches done so I can get them on the table, and Mystic's over here just, make it a galaxy dress with.
Let me add 10 hours to your paint job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's alright. I've only got 80 of these to do. Until I get my other set in.
This is what happens when a pure painter and builder comes in. No, you can do it really cool. You're sitting there, but I'll never play.
Well, they're fun to look at. I'll just keep wiping the dust off the box that's on the shelf.
Mystic says, I Am Queen did tie-dye on hers.
Well, good
This
for
is
her.
true.
I still have, what, 80?
Time.
Hey!
Well, and, it was fun while it lasted, but now Case is here.
Yeah. Time to
Yeah,
go
I've been
home.
always here. I've been here the whole time. I just didn't talk.
Well, hey, and I appreciate that. Sorry, I had to. I Am Queen did tie-dye. How would you do tie-dye on that?
Spiraling colors, blend them together.
Well, I guess that's true.
Fractal's doing a tutorial right now on doing sort of a psychedelic blend together on the model.
Huh. Yeah, I need to start watching more people. I don't even know what to do anymore.
Surely you could outsource some of those zombies.
I could, or I could get my fiance to do half of them.
If he sends them to me, then no.
If I send them to you, I'll never get them back.
I have the easiest way for him to outsource some.
What's that?
You could
Baby. Okay.
you could Nike Express them.
Nike Express them.
Yeah, I'll paint some of them for you.
Ah,
Oh yeah, there you go.
there we go. These figures are really cool. The board game scene takes all my money right now. Star Wars Destiny is draining my... Dude! Yoda, you and me both, man. That game is freaking addicting. I want all the stinking cards. But if you send them to... he's gonna just ask me. So oh, touche, Mystic. Well, I don't know. I think, Evan, you finally got, what, 4 of them done so far?
4 more. 4 more.
Oh, 4 more. My bad. Okay, so 8.
Hey, Evan,
No.
It sounds like 4. Period.
It's 18 now.
18. It's alright. I still have 2 more fatties to go, and then I still have all the ones holding their guts. This is the last woman I have.
What's the name of that multi-stream thing that Nikki Coles uses?
The multi-stream. Oh, you mean to have 2 people do it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Multi-Twitch.
Is that the name of it, or are you just saying that, Evan?
It's multi-Twitch, I'm pretty sure. It's what AB6 Scott and Nikki Cole call it all the time.
Well, that's why we couldn't... Oh, there you go. Mystic just posted it.
There we go.
That's why we couldn't remember it. It was too easy.
Oh shit. Battery shouldn't be low? What are you talking about?
So, MKs, how you doing, buddy?
Something's not right.
I am working on a conversion right
Oh, yeah, that's what you were saying. What's the conversion again?
now. I'm taking Vanguard Paladin, turning them into Vanguard Chaos.
It's easy to take things from normal and make them chaos. I imagine it would be harder to go the other direction.
Probably.
Twitch porn.
Basically, that's funny.
Good thing I wasn't streaming.
Why is that?
Well, because the power cord for the laptop that I was going to be streaming from wasn't firmly secured into the power adapter,
Oh.
You gotta love that.
and my machine just it says your battery's low, and then just shut off.
Warning, dying.
Yeah.
Bye. Well, shit.
Take it anymore. I'm out.
It's kind of like you haven't saved in the past 4 hours and then it shuts down on you.
Yep.
It's usually what happens when I'm writing my term papers.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
This isn't the site.
Firmly secured. Oh, man.
Yeah, you don't want just the tipping.
There it is. KB Mod Multi-Stream.
I can't even figure out my Discord for my channel, so
Do what?
I can't figure mine out either. Getting my Discord put on my channel.
What's it doing?
I haven't tried.
No, well, I mean that might be a lot of the problem there. The first step is trying.
No, I'm just.
I mean,
Yes, I did try.
Honestly, MK's all I've done, dude, is you just connect to your voice channel, and it goes through the audio on the computer.
Okay, I'm gonna have to play around.
Like, that's all I've done. I didn't have to get anything special. Now I did go on YouTube and kind of pulled up a thing just to see what it said, and from there it gave me a software that I could put into my stream, which is not working because technology, and it hates me. There it is, and it just puts who's talking up at the top left.
Oh god, you go all echoey.
Say what?
You go all, not really echoey, but like you're talking in a bathroom.
Stereo. That's stereo, buddy.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
Aw.
What the hell?
I blame it on your moderator.
Oh, I always do. That's
Here you go.
is that.
Check that out, Serial.
All right, let's take a look.
Oh gosh, I clicked the button on my slow internet. Ah!
No way.
Yep.
Oh, that's too cool. That's really cool. I like that.
You and I streaming side by side there.
Heck yeah, I'm down for that.
Side by side until the end.
Side.
That's pretty cool.
What if I don't want to watch either one of those two?
Then you're in the wrong damn place.
Oh, then you see that little X at the top? I can show you how to fix that pretty quickly.
So that was just proof of concept. We can do that later. That's cool though.
That is cool. I'm definitely down for that.
Mystic was asking if it's a safe, secured link for you, Max.
Yeah, this is actually the one that Nikki Coles and was it Adam AV6? Is that his name?
Is this
AV6.
AV Scott. AV Scott.
Scott.
Yeah,
AV6
AV6 Scott. That's pretty cool. That's crazy. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to remember that.
That's the exact one that they use, and that really works well.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, you can stream right next to me too if you want.
Yeah, we could.
Well, but we don't want to watch yours.
Well, everybody wants to watch mine.
Well, I mean, if that's what helps you sleep at night.
You know,
A lot of times, what we've run into is I'll be streaming, and there's about a 30-minute overlap between mine and MK's.
exactly.
Do what? Oh, every time you're streaming, he gets on?
A lot of times I'm streaming. Well, we've kind of. I try to stream between 8 and 10
Yeah,
our time,
right.
and he streams. What is it? 7:30 to 9:30, something like that, or 7:30 to 10 your time.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a 30-minute window at the end of my stream and the beginning of his where we overlap. So we could actually run this during that 30 minutes
There you go.
True.
And then transfer it over.
and then transfer it over through, and we could both be in Discord and chat and everything. And
Well, and you know, one thing about it too is if you and me are streaming at the same time, since we're in the same time zone, whenever
Yeah.
he comes on, I can jump off of the group thing, go over to him, and then I can transfer mine to like gaming or whatever.
well, but the thing is, with the nice little thing about this website is I can take off the two names. Stream 1 CREAL.
I don't know. Sausage fest. Oh shit! Mystic, if I could get my fiance to quit being so shy, she'd be all over painting on stream. Like, I mean, she talks crap to Evan back and forth through me, you know.
Gonna say.
But
Oh, hey, Queen's on.
Queen, what's going on? How are you doing?
Well, hey, Queen, we were just... Oddly, it's like you say her name and she appears. What's up with that?
Get her drunk first. Man, if she drank, I would. That's kind of the problem. We both kind of quit drinking.
She's almost painted on stream. She paints close enough for you while you're painting.
She paints
sometimes
across
so
the
we can all
table
see
from me.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just trying not to show off in front of it.
Right? Well, I'm thinking, I keep trying, what I might do is buy another camera and try to set it up to where she's got a little video like down at the bottom here to where it shows her painting and not actually shows her face or anything like that. Because she's just very shy anyway. She's just one of those people. But I know she'd love it if she just tried it. But it's just getting her to try it.
So
I like how you say one of those people. Like, you're confused by the concept.
No, I didn't mean it like that. She's just one of those people that's really shy. You know.
Say no more. She's one of those people.
M-Case is looking for a shanking.
So, Cyril, if you look at that link...
I'm not saying it. I'm just repeating what I heard.
Oh, is that what it is?
Oh, is that all three of you in that link?
Dude, that's cool.
All three of us in that link.
Heck yeah. I'd be down for that. I think that would be awesome.
Explode.
Well, and then just to make Mystic happy, we'd have to get a woman in there to paint with us.
I'm Queen. There you go. Problem solved.
Well, I was going to ask Evan if he wanted to once he got his computer, but I guess we could go with Queen.
Very nice.
Oh, boom.
Is Evan ever gonna have a channel?
Do what?
Is he ever gonna have a channel? That's the question.
So 3 dudes in a room string and someone
That's Evan's specialty is being the mod.
I'm the mod.
Oh, he's the
If
abomination.
I could ever get internet. Yes, I'm the abomination.
We could just call Evan the bot.
Evan bot.
Evan Bot.
Evan bot 3000.
That's what his name should be, Evan bot. No, truly, he's real. No, he's a bot.
Mystic, yeah, we are. I think it's.
No, we are.
I think it's late enough to where we're kind of just saying fuck it and going with it.
We know we are opening doors wide open, slam in our face.
I didn't realize by opening up Discord that I'd need to turn this into 18 and up to join the channel.
Well, you add shaking into that.
Yeah.
Oh God. Evan, this is the perfect time for the. Here we go. Oh, it's not gonna work. What's going on?
Oh no.
No, that can't happen.
Fellas,
You don't need.
I gotta sign off.
No.
Huh?
All right, man.
I got work in the morning,
All right.
so I will chat with all y'all later.
All right. Take it easy,
Later,
bud.
man.
So do I, but I need to finish this thing up.
Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. It keeps saying that I'd logged off, but I didn't.
Of Discord?
Yeah,
I think it meant to say you checked out.
I checked out. Come on. Okay, I don't know why it's not. My commands aren't working.
Well,
Do any of the others work?
Let's see.
well.
Do any of the others work?
No, that blanket fell down.
Damn it! What the hell?
Blanket fell down. Why do you have a blanket?
There, 3 guys talking, and one of the blankets fell down. That doesn't bode too well.
No, it's on the saddle.
Okay, let's see here. Let me open up Deepbot again and see. Oh, well, yeah, my Deepbot's completely shut down.
Oh, well, that could do it.
I mean, I was wondering why I wasn't seeing any of my auto commands or anything. What the fudge? Now I'm just typing lube in over and over. It does not look good. Correct. Oh, what the hell? Well, it looks like there's something else I gotta work on. Yay!
Hey, technology.
You gotta love it.
Oh, you don't.
It says they're all enabled, but
You're just enabling everything you possibly can.
trying. Shouldn't you bounce with your lube? No, that's alright. Oh, dang it, Mystic. Don't be
It's just like, don't leave me alone, please.
We want it. We don't want to do that.
classic. Too much fun. Okay.
Missing.
Time for the hair. Actually.
I think we've damaged Mystic irreparably.
Stop.
Yeah, I think we just
I hear you on stream. So stop yelling.
We can hear you. You're quiet,
No.
but we can hear you.
Yeah, I think we broke Mystic.
It's just too many things to say. Too many jokes.
He's like,
Mine
overload,
can't keep
overload, overload. Oh no.
That's my problem on the phone, especially when I'm painting. I'll like sit down to paint while somebody's streaming, and
Yeah.
then you guys will start making comments, and I'm like, I can't even text fast enough to make the jokes I want.
I know, I always end up catching them before you do, and you're like, dang it! I say them about myself. That's the biggest problem. Okay. No, I have
Oh
to-
yeah, did you see Queen's Hyrule freehand?
What?
Oh, show the links,
Oh, yeah, I've got to see this.
dude. It's
I'm an absolute Zelda fanatic anyway, so. Well, it better be since I have the Hyrule Crest tattooed on my ribs.
What? Yeah.
Yeah, that hurt.
Either that, or you gotta have a really good drunken story to go with that.
What, the tattoo?
Yes.
No, dude, I got a huge Link that is incredible. That's actually what I have tattooed on my ribs. But it looks like somebody like sketched it with pencil. I'll post it in the Facebook group. But I got it for my dad because that's the one thing we always did together was played all the Zelda games. And he passed away 2 years ago, and so I got that as kind of the remembrance tattoo for him. But
Yeah, I can't tell you how cool that freehand is.
yeah, that is amazing. I could never do that. Like, seriously. That's awesome, awesome work.
That and the runner zombie you did with the number on the back. I was just like, no, I have that model. That's not there.
The runner model. What is this?
She took a Black Plague runner.
Oh, thanks,
and
Mystic.
She painted him up like he's has gone to join a marathon. He's got his number stapled, to his back and all that jazz.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, give me just a second. I'll post this on Instagram and then post it so you guys can check it out.
I think she posted another link. It's probably the one I was referring to. Yeah, that's the one. I mean, I saw the leg stripe first, and I was like, that's cool. That's a cool idea. And then I saw the back thing, and I was just like, whoa. I want to do that so bad.
Okay. There's the tattoo. Alright, let's see what I Am Queen did. Oh, that's cool. Whoop! And there goes the camera. That is awesome. See, yeah, my models don't look like that.
Captain has been known to get on IRL and drink and BS and paint some. So, yes, you can paint in the IRL.
Say what?
Mystic was asking, can we paint in the IRL channel? I want to learn something.
Ah.
Oh God, I hate Discord on the PC. It's exploding with people posting things in other channels, and it's. Oh.
Time to murder some chickens.
Oh, my foot.
Good luck, Queen. I ended up getting to 9. To ninth player left on that. So yeah, I've only been playing it for a few days, but it's fun. Do what?
That's a cool way to do the tattoo.
It was fun. It was well, and my family's owned an art gallery for 23 years, and so I thought kind of doing the freehand looking drawing would be kind of a cool way to make it more about my dad, you know, and still have the Hyrule crest. So, you know, I thought I'd just do it that way. It hurt, not gonna lie, because those wings on that actually go, they follow my rib bones.
Oh.
So they go straight across the bone, and it comes like onto the side of the front of my chest. So it's not just like a small thing. It's probably, I mean, you'll see it, what I'm doing here in just a second on the camera, but it's, almost a good foot long, or foot wide. It took 3 hours to do.
Apparently, I'm Queen is gonna lurk while playing PUBG.
PUBG, that game, God, that game's tough. I love it, but it is tough.
She says she'll be here lurking if any more lube jokes come up.
Yoda, yep, PUBG's great. It is a blast. Yoda, I might get on here in a little bit and play a game or two. I don't know, it's already almost 1. But we will see.
Oh. She's gone too.
Now I can't remember what color I was using for the brown.
Play, but that link I'm pretty sure should be her tie-dye. You're asking about how one tie-dyes a zombie.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
With much effort.
Right? That's really cool. I'm definitely going to have to try that on the other zombies, because those, I still have to do those female zombies like that with the hand out front. I have like 4 or 5 of those left.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna try that.
So here's something I've been planning. I set aside one of every sculpt.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to paint them up, sort of as a challenge to myself, as box art.
As box art?
Yeah, if you're flipping through the Zombicide rules, you'll find the pictures of zombies and stuff.
Mhm.
So the runner, which is obviously, one specific sculpt, I'm going to paint it exactly the way the picture is in the book.
Nice.
Not the paint job, but the artwork.
Right.
Just for something amusing and challenging. Everything else has been fine. Figure out, okay, what colors should I put on this?
See, that's
Those
kind of what
ones,
I'm doing.
okay.
Like, obviously this isn't my best painting job on any of these, but I'm just tired of painting them. I want to get done with this set so I can start on another group of them,
Finish this set so you can start on your the others.
Oh, dude. The others is going to be intimidating as hell. Those monsters.
Yeah.
I mean, to make those look good, you have to do the blending just right.
See, part of me says that
Mystic, thanks for the host, buddy. I appreciate that. Even though it's,
here.
3 men in a group. 3 men and some paints.
3 men, 1 paint pot.
3 men, 1 paint pot.
So wrong on so many levels. I don't even want to comment about it. That's how wrong that is.
Oh, I think there's a new command coming.
No, it's not a new. It's not a new.
Oh, there's a new command.
Oh my god.
Catch you later,
Quote.
Mystic.
That'll be a quote.
Mystic. You have a good night, buddy. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, man. Well, then, I mean, I just don't even know what to say now. But next time we go on Mystic's channel, we need to in the chat. We need to post 3 men, 1 paint pot.
We need an image.
Oh
We need
God!
something.
Oh no, we. Don't.
We need something that
wrong
can
with
go on Twitch.
Evan, you have a fever? you gotta be sick.
Oh, that's
Slightly sleep deprived. Yeah.
oh shit. I just don't even know what to think anymore.
Just don't. It's better that way.
Right, that's a good point.
That's a great point. In fact, let's not think or talk about that stuff anymore.
Well, then we don't have anything to talk about.
Oh, we can figure something out.
See, that's what happens when we figure something to talk about. It ends up being dirty.
Let's just do more talking and less thinking.
Yeah, what could go wrong there?
Right? That sounds like a wonderful idea with this group. That's not a bad idea at all. It's kind of like, hey, let's chug a gallon of gasoline and see what happens.
It'd be fine.
What if I stuck my hand in a grinder?
Hey, to replicate a couple swords, man. Jeez.
Just swords for laying around, or
I have a couple swords that I need to put on the back of these saddles. It's just one CW sword that's off one of my knights that I would love to replicate.
right?
Hey, M-Case, question for you. I was going to ask you this next time I talk to you. How did you do your LED strip?
Which one?
For your stream while you're painting? Did you find something online to tell you how to do it or anything, or?
I'm trying to think what you're talking about.
Like,
Oh, you need the light. You need that my name?
no, don't you have a LED like light strip over what you're painting?
Oh, a top.
Yeah,
No,
for
I
your
have
lighting.
I have LED track lighting.
Oh, you have LED track lighting in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was thinking it was one of those, like, curved, just LED set of LED lights.
AV6 Scott has that.
Is that what it is?
Um,
Okay.
Yeah, he got. I'm trying to remember because it's been ages since he talked about it. He got just like some cheap LEDs.
Uh-huh.
I mean, not like dirt cheap, but nothing really fancy from Lowe's. I think he said.
Okay.
And I think he just attached them to that bent bar. I don't know what it is made of.
Okay.
I don't know whether it was like a. My first thought was, oh, I could do that. Go get some tint, bars, and just instead of setting up a tent, just
Yeah.
set them up on your desk.
Right. Well, because I want to do something like that because this light sucks. Like, it's just a little desk lamp, but it puts off too much light. You know?
Well, and your problem is, it's going to be like balancing the right light, and I still haven't figured out how. Like, I have a LED light which I use, plus a desk lamp which is, the regular golden dayish light, and then I have a giant window which gives me another light.
Yeah. Which, if I had daylighting and stuff like that, I'd be fine. And that's what this lamp
no.
it has. It's the
No,
daylight bulb.
the day lighting is not helping me at all. In fact, the window is the biggest problem I have right now.
Really?
Because different times of day. If you
True.
ever do it at a different time of day, or if today it's overcast,
Yeah.
and then tomorrow it's not, surprise, different lighting.
Yeah, that's very true.
And that's what's throwing me, because it's not enough to completely do the model, but it's enough to do most of it. But now the LED is the main one, because it's a tall stand with a flexible neck.
Yeah.
The-
See, that's what
so
I
can
need.
aim it. Yeah.
Well,
you
and
need like 2 of those, though, I think, because if you had 2, then you could get them up on either side of you and cancel out ankle problems.
right. Well, and I've seen like a lot of people in different like Reddit and stuff like that talking about the best lights for streaming their painting and stuff, and they're talking about a desk lamp that's like $150, and I'm like, really? I'm good. I'll figure something else out.
So the one Captain uses,
Yeah, maybe I'll talk to him. He's the hobo hobbyist.
yeah, he apparently has a cheap one from IKEA.
Oh, okay. An LED light?
It's not an LED light. I don't think it's a clamp-on desk lamp.
I've got one.
So
I've got one of those because I've got just here. I'll just turn the camera real quick. But I've got just like a regular old. It's blurry, but kind of lets you see what I've got. It's just a regular old desk lamp.
yeah.
With a LED light. But there you go. It's kind of like I said. It's blurry, but that's kind of what I'm using.
Right.
But I just can't get the lighting right. Like, I mean, that's not
Yeah.
bad, but then it's right in the way of the camera.
And that's another skill set. So Captain was discussing it with Pixie because she was starting streaming, but she's a photographer.
Oh yeah, she knows lighting.
Understands the lighting.
Yeah.
So all she had to do was figure out, where this cheap lamp was and get it working. I'm sitting there going, lights and things, and some of them good and some bad.
Yeah. Well, at first I was using just the regular lighting in the kitchen. And that's a joke. Like, there it is, it's dark as hell and you can't see anything. And trying to paint with that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like here,
I mean,
in
in some ways it shows things up better.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Like, it's definitely one of those, it's hit or miss. And I've thought about trying to put a couple of the, like, daylight bulbs in the chandelier or whatever you want to call it that we have hanging in the dining room here. But even doing that, it might not work out the right way.
MCase posted a picture. Is that the guy you're working on, MCase?
Yes.
That looks so badass.
Oh, that is awesome. Dude, I've never
This is
tried anything like that. That's crazy.
This is where GW grabs you and drags you back in. No,
Give me
no,
another
I don't want to go back. Ah.
Right?
Yeah, and you go.
Man, I got a freaking, I'm tempted to redo or reform one of the models from Dark Souls because the stance that they put him in is stupid. It looks terrible. But
Oh, do some cutting and epoxy work. And
yeah, but I'm so afraid to cut into it and ruin it because the model's probably my favorite boss from the games. You know what I mean? And so, like, it's one of those models, if I screw it up, I'm going to beat myself up forever. Because you can't buy it by itself.
Yeah, if you like it that much, is it the Kickstarter Kickstarter exclusive one?
No, those aren't. We haven't gotten those yet. We won't get those till October.
Okay. So at least you could get it again. You just would rather not.
I'd just rather not have to pay $120 for the game.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You know, I haven't even looked to see how much it is. I want to say it's like 120, 130.
I'm sure it'll drop down to $90.
Well, no, it won Game of the Year. It ended up winning like Game of the Year or something like that. It's some huge thing overseas.
Well, no, my thought was more along the lines of they're probably not selling it to retailers at 120. They're probably selling it much cheaper. Once the market's got a significant amount of them out there, people will be selling there. It's 130 on Amazon right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well,
But it looks like you could get it down to 118.
Well, and the crazy
That's just
thing
right
about
now.
that is those are only the ones that were from Kickstarter.
Yeah.
They haven't even sent them out to any retail at all.
Anyways. Yeah.
Well, no, that's not including any of the Kickstarter exclusive stuff.
No. But I meant.
Oh, I get what you're
because
saying.
They haven't gotten the discount.
Yeah.
They're not going to be selling it at a huge discount.
Right.
They're trying to take advantage of people getting excited by it and buying it now.
Yeah.
But eventually, stores are going to be selling it, and then they can sell it cheaper because they bought it cheap.
Right. Well, and that's kind of why I jumped on it. Like, I ended up paying... God, I can't even remember how much I ended up paying for the one that I'm going to be giving away, but it was up there. I want to say it was like 130, 140.
Oh, wow.
You know, and the only reason I'm doing it for the 250 is because I bought so many other things to give away that night, too. Because I used my fiance's card because there was a special going on.
Right.
And so that's when I bought all those Aeonises and all the other Malifaux pieces that I'm going to be giving away and all that stuff for that night, so I have to kind of pay her back.
I sort of hope that you don't pop the goal. And I'm going to drop a bunch of money in towards the goal, especially if we get close to, like, Halloween. Because I just think this would be so awesome if you did all of this around Halloween.
I can do that.
If you gave away Dark Souls, you know, like, either the month of or on Halloween, like it was a Halloween thing. If not, you still should, like, play Dark Souls on Halloween, because it feels right to me.
I could do that. Like, that's no problem at all. I can wait until October. I mean, that'll give us enough time to hit the goal, you know, and I mean, I'm not... Even if I don't hit the goal by then, that's fine. I'll go ahead and do it, but... I mean, that's fine with me, because then I'd probably have all the Kickstarter exclusive stuff in, and I could show everybody that as well and do different things like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the Kickstarter exclusive stuff, because I bought, like... This was the first Kickstarter I ever did. You know, this is what got me into tabletop gaming, was the Dark Souls board game.
Right.
And it's like I ended up spending almost $300
Yep.
on this board game for all of the
like-
expansions, just because I wanted them, and I knew it'd be hard to find. I got like 3 bosses, the whole extra expansion, and then I had to. It was all the models and the terrain for the expansion, and that was the expansion. And then you had to pay another $15 or $20 just for the tiles for the expansion.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I ended up spending like $250 or $300 on this whole thing, and I had never done
that was-
tabletop gaming.
Like when you said, you know, you were going to go all in on this Zombicide one. That's what I thought you meant, because just about all the ones I've seen, it's like, you know, oh, it's $100 to $120 for the game, and then but there's always the add-ons, and by the time you get everything that they,
It's
if you
ridiculous.
got everything from this last one, if you got every single thing, you were probably looking at, well,
You were looking at
$300.
about 300.
yeah.
Yeah, because the two expansions were $50 a piece, and then everything else after that was 25 and 15.
And 30.
What was 30?
Yeah. The Kickstarter exclusive, the Hero Pack.
Oh, that's right.
Ultimate Heroes.
That's right. I got that.
They're 30, and then there's 25. Is it for the Rat King?
Yep, I got that too.
Yep.
I did those two, and then I did another thing of Fatty Bursters.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I like we were talking, I was gonna buy some more and try to sell them for like $10, you know, just make my money back off of them to get them out there more. But I thought about it, and I was like, you know, I can use this other set for Black Plague.
That's what I was thinking. It looks like it's going to be like the modern Zombicides, and you can mix and match stuff.
Well, it didn't say anything about not being able to.
I think they did mention, though, I think they did mention stuff about combining the two.
I was going to say,
not
because
like laid out and said it, but like this would work with your other guys or something like that.
well, and if I remember correctly, it was whenever this came out that they were going to be doing Green Horde at the end of Rising Sun. I want to say they said that it was season 2 of Black Plague is technically what this is.
Right.
But instead
that
of
makes
making
sense,
it,
because all of
go ahead.
do you have all the modern ones?
No,
Or any of the
I've
modern
never
ones you
played the modern ones.
Okay.
And I just like the medieval feel of it.
Gotcha.
So
I liked the medieval feel. That's what got me into it. But I like
I want to play the
the
village.
modern as well.
you want to play with the what?
The village.
Yes.
The village.
Village attacks.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
When all the monsters that live in this freaking castle, and all the people are finally tired of it because they're getting killed or whatever, so they go out and they find like witch hunters.
I backed it.
You know, and they go up there and you basically go up there and you're basically fighting everything inside this castle.
I backed it. I went all in on that one. I literally went all in on that one. I've got every model coming for that.
Yeah,
I
I didn't get into it, but I will get it because my store actually buys all those.
It's still up.
yeah, the it's until August sometime.
Yeah,
end
you
of
can
August?
still back it.
I'll go look at it.
Yeah, you can still back it on the late pledge right now. Same with the Edge Dawnfall, which I can't wait for that one either. That one's
That's
gonna be
the
sick.
One with the Greek
No,
stuff, right? No.
no, that's Lords of Hellas, and
Yes, that's right.
it's done by the same company.
Which one
And
is that?
next month, you guys, Privateer Press is putting out their Horde version of like the Undead.
What?
Oh yeah, they're doing their monsters faction.
Yeah, next month. They
yeah.
got some pretty sweet models in there.
I haven't even heard of
I'm
this.
excited about that.
No, let me see if I can find... Evan, let me see if I can find the edge for you. I'll show you. Once you see it, you'll know it right away. I talk about it all the time.
I was gonna say, I remember you talking about it. I just don't remember which one it is.
Oh, it's so bomb. Let me see if I can pull... Yep, late pledge here. Here you go, buddy. Here, let me help you out here.
But computer.
No, well, I'll let you keep saying that until you see this. Nice, Queen. You just won squad. Congrats. That's awesome. Let's see if that takes you to it. Yep. There you go, buddy. Take a look at all that. I did.
Oh, yeah.
I did the. If you look under pledges, the war chest. That's the one I did. And that doesn't include the Kickstarter, all the stretch goals that were hit for it either.
Where's the war chest? Oh, yes.
It's every model. It's every faction.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
How much
I've
is
been
it for everything?
thinking about
For all of it,
150 pounds.
it's 150 pounds. And then I also ended up getting 2 add-ons, which were the... Where is it? Damn it. I'm going to find it. It's going to drive me nuts. I can't remember the names of them. The Father of the Sun expansion and the Prime Shadow. Because those were the 2 expansions for the models that I didn't have. Now, I didn't do all the boss guys, because they're all resin and they're like $80 a piece.
Yeah.
But I did all the rest of them. But yeah, I can't wait for that. That one's going to be just sick, because there's 3 or 4 different ways you can play that game. If I remember correctly.
Evan, this next picture I put up, sorry, not to interrupt, yeah. That guy I'm turning into Archeon. Archeon needs a new horse, and I'm actually he's gonna fit with these guys I'm making. I'm buying this model, and I'm turning Archeon into this guy.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
It's gonna be a complete conversion with Archeon on that mount. And that mount's gonna have all kinds of chaos stuff all over it.
Oh.
So that's coming up probably next week.
To keep a nice and easy to follow conversation going, let's jump back to ways back. Cyril, you were talking about wanting to convert one of the Dark Souls guys.
Oh yeah, the whole reason we started talking about this.
Yeah,
that. I'm glad we stay on track.
Oh, we're so good at this,
aren't we? Can't you see us doing a podcast?
Swimmingly. Only a couple of us would drown. It'd be fine. I was
we're not talking
suggest...
about 3 men in a pot.
Yeah.
3 minute paint pot.
A paint pot. It's important to add the paint part.
Okay. Paint fucking pot. Let me emphasize the fucking.
Rather you didn't.
Yeah, let's just say you didn't, but you really did.
Okay. Never happened.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. You have no records.
Yeah. I was gonna suggest you find some other models you would like to convert. Pick something else, and preferably pick something fairly cheap. Buy some Hordes models. Heck, buy some Reaper Bones stuff. The plastic Reaper Bones.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
And then do a lot of practice with. Okay, when I move this arm, how utterly ridiculous did this get? And
Yeah.
How much green stuffing do I have to do? And how do I get a very smooth transition with green stuff? And practice before you do something you really like.
That's a good idea. I'm probably going to have to do that because, I mean, it looks all right, but there's times where I look at it and I'm like, why? You know what I mean? Because, like, during the Kickstarter, they had it perfect, and it looked awesome how they had it. But then whenever we got it in, it was completely different than what was posted on Kickstarter.
Yeah, and
that happens.
That can be. Yeah, well, especially if you didn't see they didn't have a mock-up of the model. They just posted art.
Yeah. Well, no, this was. I think there was a mock-up.
I can't believe how good these things are.
That's more.
Jeez.
What are you mumbling over there?
I said, Mike, you amaze me. I know I do.
Well, hey, even if it's you having to, lift yourself up, at least somebody is.
I am my own favorite person.
Hey, at least that makes one person that likes you.
I got a wife. She likes me.
Oh, I wasn't saying that I had anybody that liked me. I mean...
And on the plus side, your favorite person likes you. So,
Well, this is true.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. I just can't believe how good this turned out. Hi, baby. What's up?
But no, like with
Wow.
that model, it's just... Let me see if I can find a picture of it, and I'll kind of tell you what they did. Because it's just... It's kind of like, why? You know what I mean? Like, why would you do that? They had something that looked awesome, and they made it look unrealistic. Now, I know video game, blah, 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 all that, but just in general, like, how could anybody or anything stand like that? You know what I mean?
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I need? I need someone to figure out how to make more of these things. I don't want to buy a whole kit just to get this one piece.
You mean cast it?
Yes.
Because I mean, if you're looking to do work, if you're looking to work, you could cast your own.
Yeah.
I'm
what-
literally
what do you mean,
there's
like that-
the blue stuff or whatever, and use that in conjunction with green stuff and make your own.
Genuine, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Oh, of course, I go into the other room to find food, and Genuine shows up.
Heck yeah!
Hi.
There's nothing wrong with that. Genuine's the
Hey,
shit.
man, how's it going, buddy?
Evan, I just posted the Dark Souls thing. If you go down about halfway, you'll start seeing all the models. You'll see the tiles and then some of the card art, stuff like that. Then you'll see the Titanite Demon. Go below that, you'll see like 3 zombies, one with a crossbow, one with a sword, and one with an axe. You'll see it's the Dancer of Boreal Valley is the model I'm talking about.
You have more faith in my internet. It's still loading the page.
No, you're good. But just go down until you see the Dancer of Boreal Valley and see the way he's standing. That looks real to me. You know what I mean?
Or I could just search it.
Miss Chan tickling my feet. Well, and that just adds to everything we've been talking about tonight.
Oh God. MCase, do you want to do the honors?
That's
No,
awesome.
I'm busy.
You're not going to introduce Jan to 3 guys, 1 paint pot?
I might get it wrong again. I just call it the pot.
Oh man. January, we're doing good. We're all, I don't know if there's something in the air here in the U.S. or what, but we are all just goofy as hell. Some of the stuff that's been talked about, filth. Oh, you missed it earlier. This is nothing. We scared Mystic Scorpion off.
We broke him.
We broke him. He curled up in the corner and started crying.
So
I like that though, Jan. Ew. Ew.
you have to do it with an Irish accent, though.
Ew.
Oh, I love Discord.
It adds that much different elements into your stream, that's for sure.
Oh, good lord! I haven't laughed this hard, and I can't tell you how long. I knew getting the three of us on Discord would be a bad idea, but in such a great way.
It's all the best kind of bad.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm testing this out because I don't think I want it on my stream now.
Mystic is like, sorry. M-Case is like, I just rather you all not show up.
Right? He's like, hey guys, my Discord's on, but Evan and Serial, you are banned. We get on, hey, what's a click? Banned. Damn it.
We're just perma-muted. We're allowed to be in Discord, we're just not allowed to speak.
Well, and then we message him, hey, I think you accidentally banned me. Nope. Well, can I get unbanned? Nope.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. There must be some kind of problem going on.
There must be a glitch on Discord. I don't know.
Let me try to fix it.
A year later, hey, MCase, can we? Nope. Oh, but nope.
Look at this, M-Case. You're here with us, talking.
Filthy feckers, a lot of you.
You in with the rest of us.
That's right, Genuine, and we're damn proud of it. We're filthy bitches.
He's like, I haven't even had my coffee.
I know, he's like, it's early in the feckin' morning, and they're over here just being filthy.
No. It should be evening for Jan now.
Is it?
It's early in the morning for me. It's 2 a.m. It's got to be.
No, it's early. It's early for him.
No, it's early morning at like.
Oh no, that's right.
Now we're fighting.
It's time zones. Time zones.
Oh my gosh. He's like,
Bernie's his glass. I'd raise mine, but I'm not gonna drink it. It's paint water. That's probably why I'm laughing so hard. Maybe I drank some of this earlier.
Actually, I'd pay you to drink that.
Oh, don't think I wouldn't for money, dude.
Just don't make it a paint pot with 3 guys in there.
No. Okay. No.
Afternoon. Okay, just tell him before I gotta go get shit together. Well, what's the fun in that? Adulting's for, I don't know.
Children.
For children.
You know, the only thing about these things is I have to actually take a Dremel and take some of these Stormcast symbols off this guy, so I gotta do a little bit of sanding.
And in case you even saying that didn't sound very well. Taking a Dremel to these guys.
It's just not going to get better.
No, it's not. It's just.
I just need to know. Is there a reset button?
It's gone too far down the rabbit hole. We're done.
It's so good. So I'm looking at the dancer. Is that
Yes.
not the sculpt that you got?
No.
Okay. Gotcha.
No, the sculpt that we got, the legs are back behind him and he is leaned forward, but the legs are both back in equal distance.
Oh, I think I have seen that on somebody's picture.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find a. Let me see if I can find an image of it, because you know what I mean, like the legs were kind of spread out and looked real, I can't see it, but
I did a. Well, maybe.
do it.
I know. I don't know enough about this game to be sure I found it, but I'm pretty. Yeah, I found it. I found pictures.
Okay, you found a picture of the. Did you find a picture of like the actual model, or is it just pictures of the?
Well, it's pictures of models, and it looks like it's the same guy, but in a different pose. So, yeah, with both legs way back.
Yeah,
That is weird.
isn't it?
And together, it's the together part that's the most. Weird.
Yes. Like how? Why would they take something that was the other way around and then give us that?
I mean, it looks like he's getting ready to dive forward, like a swimmer
Right.
off the side of the pool. It looks like he's going to do that. It's, if anything, actually, I honestly have the bigger problem with the arm, because if you were in that pose getting ready to dive forward, I wouldn't think your arm would be like that.
Yeah. But even like
You're
the
right.
legs and stuff, compared to the one that you saw that made, that we saw in the Kickstarter that we all fell in love with, then we get them and it looks like that. We were like, what the fuck is that thing?
I wonder if they had intended to do two different sculpts, like an alternative model, and it just never got high enough that they released it.
Well, that's the funny thing, is it's the second highest Kickstarter. It's the second highest Kickstarter behind Kingdom Death.
I don't know.
So I don't know what's going to... Well, and they've been
Yeah.
terrible with this Kickstarter, too. Like, there's been a lot of problems with it. And I'm not complaining about the game at all. The game is hard as shit. And it should be. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's... The
Did you use
first...
the word hard.
Damn it. Oh my god, he does hard. I feel like we're watching an episode of South Park or some shit.
I'm just thinking about Archer and phrasing. Are we not using phrasing anymore?
Never watched it.
Ah,
Archer's kind of dumb. It's funny, but it's dumb.
It's one of those dumb funnies.
it's more like what a real life James Bond would be.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
face it.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I know some people that are closer to that sort of line of work, and they're all assholes on that level. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But, I don't even remember what I was... Oh, yeah, like, I'm not saying anything bad about the game whatsoever. The game is amazing, and it is hard, just like the video games. I mean, they really captured the essence of the lore and all that really well. I mean, there hasn't been a time I've played the game that I've actually beat it yet. And,
Haven't.
it's crazy. And like my fiance, we played it the other night, and she was dying left and right just because of the attacks that were being thrown. And I mean, like I said, the game's phenomenal, but the way they've handled the Kickstarter has just been really bad. I think we went 4 months without any updates at all on what was going on, how it was going, and then we find out that the shipping was pushed back like 2 months, and then from there it ended up taking another month for me to actually get mine in. And the only reason that it was 2 months behind was because the boxes that they used weren't the right kind of boxes. But then when I got mine in, the box was 2 times as big as the game, and the game was just rattling around in the box with no padding.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was just stuff like that all the time, But then everybody opens up their box and finds this model, and we were like, what the hell is this?
This isn't what I signed up for?
No, but I mean, the game itself is phenomenal, and it's probably one of my favorite games.
Huh?
Huh?
What? What does?
Are you talking about what?
I think he's talking to somebody.
Okay, I was like, what? I was confused. Which really isn't that
It's a
hard to do.
natural state to be in.
I was going to say that it's not hard to confuse me. So when it happens, it kind of bothers me.
So,
I am so ready to be done with these fatties. Well, the thing that drives me nuts about the fatties is this fabric down here by the jeans. Or by the pants. Like their shirt that tore across their stomach,
Yeah.
That little fold drives me nuts.
Yeah, there's a couple of them which
Mark
just-
one, yes I am. Do what?
there's a couple places on those which just aren't great. I'm still having problems with forgetting damn bits. You know, I'll paint up half of a zombie and then I'll go, oh, that's a tear. That should be skin color. Damn it.
Dude, I did that earlier. I don't know if you noticed it. Like, I did that tonight while we've been talking.
You use real skins, don't you?
Huh?
When you use actual colors, you don't blend your color up
For what?
for your zombies.
No, some of them I do, but like a lot of these zombies, like a couple of them I will, and those will be the ones that we use the most. But the rest of these, I'm just ready to get on to a new mold,
Oh, yeah.
like to a different model. The first ones I tried to do a lot of different really cool stuff, but then I was looking at it, and then I went and looked at the box the other day, and I was like, well, shit, I've got 50 more models to go. You know, and I've been doing this for how long now? So I was like, you know what? Some of them I'm going to do up nice and pretty, and the others I'm just going to get painted. So for these last few that I'm doing here, no, I'm just kind of slapping paint on it to make it look good.
Yep. My biggest thing was I didn't want them to look the same.
Right.
So I'm changing up colors, and I'm doing stuff that sometimes you shouldn't,
Yeah.
and sometimes I'm looking at it and going, hey, that's not a good color combination, but it's one of a mob of zombies.
Right.
I'm okay with that.
Well, and you know, like I said, it's one of those things. The first 4 or 5 that I do out of each set, or out of each, what's the word I'm looking for? Stance, or whatever you want to call it.
Mold.
Yeah, I'm going to make them to where they're different and they look really good. You know, and that's when I'm going to be like highlighting the clothes and doing all that kind of stuff, and highlighting the face and making the eyes glow and do all that. But when it comes to having to paint 8 or 9 of them and be really detailed with it, on something like this, it's kind of like, really? Now, if I had 10 of my Thousand Sons Carrick Acolytes or something like that to do, that's a different story. But with zombies, I can put blood here and there. I can do this and that, you know, and change it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna sound off for you guys. I'm gonna go to bed. I gotta be up in the morning.
No, you're good, buddy. I'm probably gonna crash out pretty soon too. I'm gonna finish up the skin on this one, and then it'll probably be it, because it's 1:30 here.
Yeah, I might
Yep.
stream tomorrow, so I might come on tomorrow.
Cool. Let me know, because I was thinking I might do the same, but we can work something out to where I won't be streaming so late again.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be on late 'cause I have to work early tomorrow too. So
Yeah.
for the next day.
No, it's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm flipping on the other way. I have to get up today at 4 anyway, so I went to bed super early and I woke up at 2.
Yeah.
1. Something like that. So yeah. I'm on the flip side. It's morning for me now.
Jeez. Yeah, and you know, I got to get up with my son in the morning. He gets up at about 9. So if I can
Oh, lucky.
be in bed at 2:30 and get 5 or 6 hours of sleep, I could probably make it through.
Yeah.
But
Anyways, guys, nice talking to you.
yeah, you too, buddy.
I'll chat with you guys tomorrow, probably.
Yeah, sounds good.
Catch you later, man.
Take it easy, buddy.
All right. See ya.
But yeah, Makuan, Makuan, I think I'm saying that right. I hope I am. If I'm not, I apologize. I was talking about the Dancer Boreal Valley. I guess you kind of had the same idea or same feeling about it.
It's well enough known.
Oh yeah, like it's a huge deal, dude. Like people were pissed. And people are still pissed. Like some people still haven't even got their games.
Yeah, I'm... The downside, I think I've only backed 3 things, and one of them I technically waited so late that I late started it off of Kickstarter, but on the company site.
Yeah.
It's the one that you have. One of the older versions of it. Shadows of Brimstone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Oriental one.
Okay, yeah. Crap, I know the one you're talking about. Can't remember the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was the same time that Come On was doing theirs, and I was looking at both of them, thinking I only really wanted one Oriental game, and Come On had some nice stuff, but I heard such good things about the campaign system for the other one that I
Rising
decided
Sun,
to-
yeah.
Yeah, Rising Sun.
Yeah, it's... You've only done 3 Kickstarters?
So I did that, but I'm not technically. I didn't pay at the Kickstarter. I paid at the store,
Gotcha.
so I don't get any of the updates.
Yeah. See, that's how I am with like 3 or 4 of my games. The Edge, Dark Light, which I can't wait for that one. That one's going to be freaking phenomenal. It's pretty much a cheaper Kingdom Death. I mean, the models are just as incredible. I'd love to see Genuine get a hold of some of the models from Dark Light. Those things are just... Have you seen that one, Evan? Did I show that one to you?
I think I have. I think I know which one you're talking about. I honestly am more impressed when Genuine gets something like Rum and Bones.
Yeah.
Something it's decent. I mean, I'd love to see him paint any of the heroes from Zombicide. Something that's not phenomenal quality. Because he's a good enough painter to make it look phenomenal. And you're just sitting there going, but I've seen the piece. It's not a good piece. How did that happen?
Yeah. Oh, Genuine, did you get the Edge Dawnfall? Because, man, seeing you paint some of that stuff would be fucking sick. I was telling Evan earlier, I did the whole set of that. And it is just... Those models are just amazing. I fell in love with them as soon as I saw them. No, I completely agree. Honestly, Genuine's probably one of the best painters I've seen. And I'm not just saying that because he's here. It's literally like I love watching him paint because of the stuff he does. I mean, just the models he does are just crazy too. And I love the demented, twisted looking models. I always have.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the painting asylum. My name's Serial Killer. You know? Like, it's just... Like, one of the main reasons I wanted to get into psychology was because I loved reading about serial killers and mass murderers and why they did what they did and their backstories and all that. And that's one reason I love horror movies so much, you know? Like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is based off of Ed Gein, and so is... Silence of the Lambs, and even Psycho. All of them are all based off of that. And the stuff that Genuine does, he gives it that dark, like, gritty feel, and it looks just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And every time he paints, he explains what he's doing.
Somebody told me recently, I hadn't heard before him, but somebody told me that Genuine actually did what's the group called? Heavier Metal competition?
Oh, really?
And it doesn't surprise me that they were saying he placed really well, and I was like, well, yeah, no, that makes sense, because I go check him out periodically just so I can go, wow, I can't do that yet.
Oh yeah, no. Anytime he's on, and if I can get into the stream, I'll be there. You know what I mean? Like he's just one of those guys. Like if I'm able to watch it, I'll watch it. But just most of the time, he's either on whenever I'm going to bed because of, feckin' time zones.
Time zones.
Or I'm doing something with my son, or my son wants to be out in the pool that we bought him. We bought a little $30 pool that's a 10-foot pool, and we go sit in that, and he plays and all that, and so That's most of the time. But no, he's definitely one of the guys that if I have time to watch him, I do.
Oh, so he apparently got second in the showcase?
I got second in showcase.
Showcase? Should that have been? Or was that correct?
Category last year with the nurse. First competition I ever went into. Wow. Congratulations on that, man. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
You deserve it, dude. You should. You're first in my book, because damn.
And that's significant competition. That's
big time,
impressive.
yeah.
You know, that's not like I went to my local store and I beat the 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
That's good painters from all over the world.
Yeah, no, and I showed my fiance the model that he was doing. I've shown her a few on his like Instagram and stuff, and she just looked at me and she goes, "Holy shit, somebody can paint like that." I was like, "Yeah," and then finally he went on one day and she was like, "Oh, turn him on." So I turned him on and turned on the sound. She just sat there and I mean she was just in awe, just because she's kind of the same way. She loves all that kind of creepy ass stuff. And I mean, hell, we're getting married on Friday the 13th in October. I mean,
very nice.
And then the day after, we're flying to Disney World for a week. And one of those days, we're going to Universal Studios and going to the Halloween Horror Nights.
Have you been to those before?
Yes, I have. They're absolutely amazing.
Very good. I have a friend who used to go down there almost every year for them.
I went to 2012, maybe? Yeah, 2012. And it was The Walking Dead. Penn and Teller had one. Alice Cooper had one. There was like 3 or 4 others in there, and it was amazing. Like, it was the creepiest thing I've ever been to, and I loved every second of it. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I would have been there last year. Last year they did all of the big mass murderers. So they did, like, Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael Myers, all of those were the haunted houses. This year they've announced American Horror Story is one of them. Roanoke, this past season, and then I can't remember what the other one was. But yeah, I mean, she's kind of the same way I am, and so yeah, she absolutely loves this stuff too. I'll enter again this year if I have time to get something finished after these commissions. Man, I hope you do, because it'd be freaking amazing.
Well, it's cool just that somebody in the community here is.
Oh, no, that's amazing. Like, that's incredible. And, Genuine deserves it more than anybody that I can think of. You know what I mean? Like, and don't get me wrong, there's phenomenal painters in this community. Absolutely amazing. But for consistency and just wow factor, for me, I mean, Genuine always blows it out of the water, and Mystic does great terrain.
Oh gosh.
You know what I
mean?
mean?
Anybody's terrain to match Mystic.
No. And then, so, I mean, it's kind of one of those. Each person's really good at different things, but
well, yeah, and Genuine does do mostly the darker, grittier stuff,
and I love it.
Yeah,
it's perfect, And then Captain does great Warhammer stuff,
Yeah, I think I'm fascinated with the other styles more than I am with the grim dark. And I only just pinned it down recently. It's because no matter what I try, it doesn't start to make sense and work well until I start to do the gritty dark stuff. So I see the more cartoonish stuff, but I can't force myself to do it. There's some sort of disconnect in my brain
Yeah.
that won't let me create those steps in my mind. So I'm fascinated by them more because I don't get it.
Genuine, that's awesome, dude. I can't wait to see those. Those models are amazing.
They are. They're really cool models.
I just need to spend the money and get a couple of them. Yeah, they're expensive
Wow.
on eBay and stuff, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I love them. But no, like, and the thing about that I like with Genuine is, like we were saying, he does the darker, grittier stuff, and that's kind of what I'm about to get into. Like, you got to think about the games that I'm getting. I'm getting Village Attacks. I'm getting The Edge Dawnfall. I'm getting Darklight, Memento Mori. I've got Dark Souls. You know what I mean? Like,
So
I've got
basically,
a lot of the darker models.
you're the lightest, most cartoonish, most sort of lighthearted and friendly things that you're going to be painting are going to be the zombies from Zombicide.
Okay, I'm gonna make you crack up. But no,
Yes.
I've got some cartoonish models. I've got some cartoonish games. And actually, I played it the other night, and it is up there as one of my top games. Arcadia Quest Inferno.
Oh, right. I heard, and it's bugging me because I think it was AV6 Scott. I gotta talk to him. I saw those games, and I've heard so many people talk about them that I thought I should look for one on sale and pick it up sometime.
A Chrono Gladiator.
Oh, that is such a cool model.
Is it? I've never seen it. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Hey, Oogly.
Ugly, what's going on? Okay, what were you saying, Evan? I'm sorry. You start over.
Oh gosh, that's asking way too much.
We
of me.
were talking about Arcadia
Poor brain.
Quest.
I was told that there was one version of it because it's sort of like Zombicide Modern right now. There's lots of them, and the expansions, and you don't know what to get.
Yeah. Well, but the cool thing about that is the expansions are only like $25 a piece.
Oh no, yeah, totally.
You know. Okay, this guy. Sorry, go ahead, Evan.
But so I was
Oh,
told
shit!
that one of them. Yeah. He's basically an orc, but human.
That is wicked.
Very cool.
Okay, that is amazing. Expensive, rare, and I must have it. Right? That thing
I
is
must have
gorgeous. Okay, go ahead.
I was told that one of the versions of it had a really good campaign system. And I'm all about the campaign system. I like the fact that I can sit down with my brother or my friends and okay, we're picking up where we left off. Next step, everybody wrote down what special skills your characters had or whatever jazz.
Yeah.
Equipment, however you do it for that game. But I love that idea of building a character up over multiple
Tabletop
games.
Gamer, what's up? Thank you so much for the host. I appreciate that.
Hey, tabletop.
How's it going? Me and Evan and Genuine and Oogly are all just sitting here talking, hanging out. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. But no, Evan, what you were saying, like the campaign, Inferno the campaign's incredible so far. Nice. Rogue Stars,
wow,
Warlander, what's up?
Oh yeah, Rogue Stars is a cool campaign.
Haven't.
Did you see what Genuine said?
No, what'd he
about
say?
The fluff for those guys?
This guy, expensive rare. 54mm scale, the fluff goes there,
Oh, yeah.
totally adapted, and they have an explosive inside them that is linked to... Oh my gosh! That's twisted. I love it.
This is why earlier when we were talking about it,
Man,
the
that's...
lore for 40K is so good. I'm delving more into the lore for Infinity, and it's nice.
Yeah.
They've got a decent amount of stuff. And and I think it's I don't have my hands on most of it. I really want to get my hands on more of the lore just because, but it will never, I don't think, eclipse 40k lore. It's not possible.
Right.
It's so good.
Man, that is just wicked. That is so cool. The more I talk to you about this stuff, Genuine, the more I want to just say, here's my money. Here's my liver. Give me one of each. Like, do I need my kidneys?
What is the captain's always talking about? I'm not using my testicles. Seriously. I hear, like, $20,000? $40,000?
Right? I mean, hell.
Do you know how much hobby we can cover with that?
You could get them all from Games Workshop.
Yeah.
You could get a box of Orc Boys. Or two paint pots.
Genuine does have a point. All of the what they call Inquisitor 54 are larger scale.
Huh.
Inquisitor came out and it was the bigger scale. I think part of the reason it died.
All right, Tabletop. Thank you so much for the host. I really appreciate it. I'll definitely stop by and check out your stream again. It's just been so busy lately, but it's slowed down now to where I'm back, and I'll definitely be hanging out more. But I really appreciate everything, buddy. Iron Milos, what's going on? How are you doing? Anyway, go ahead, Evan.
Iron. It's the bigger scale, and I think part of the reason that it died out was that all the 40, it's a 40k game, but all of your terrain is useless because that building that works perfect is now waist height. Well, I mean, it's not quite, but you get the idea. The scale is so...
Yeah, I just wish... I don't know. Like, I love how twisted those models are for the Inquisitor 54 or whatever they're called. They're sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, and because they're bigger, you can get more... I really would like to paint something bigger.
You had to run outside to stop somebody from stealing a bike. That's awesome. Oh, please tell me whenever you were running after him, you screamed Rogue Stars, too.
Just kept screaming it as you ran outside.
That's awesome. Anyway, but yeah, no, like, I almost wish some of the models were a little more twisted with Warhammer, but that's just me being the sick punk that I am.
Yeah. The Inquisition. It was always the Inquisitor models and the stuff around the Inquisitor models were the best, apart from Chaos.
Hey, Kalini.
I don't think it's ever going to get... Oh, hey, Kalini. I don't think it's ever going to get much more twisted just because they need to make it perfectly fine for a mother to bring in her 8-year-old
No,
child.
definitely, granted. And that's kind of why I like Forge World. Some of that stuff can be a little more twisted and a little more... You know what I'm talking about? Like...
Well, see, part of the problem is that they have... Most stores, I think, and I think Games Workshop's pushing towards this, they have to let you play with the Forge World models. So they don't want you. They want you to come into their store with a painted army and play.
Oh, yeah.
Show kids, this is really cool. People like it. They're doing it. Please buy our stuff.
Painting Stingray, what's up? How's it going? Thanks for stopping by again. Warlander, what's this? John Blanche, Grimdark is my thing. What is that?
Horror sci-fi, he says.
Huh.
I feel I should know it.
Yeah.
Because names.
Right, because names, I mean, I can say them so well. No.
It's like English.
You can listen now. Very nice. No more band practice. I'm just trying to finish up some of my fatties here.
He was one of the guys that designed the 40k art.
Ah! Okay.
That would have been where I heard his name.
Warlander, thank you so much. I appreciate the follow, buddy. Now that you're all jacked up a Mountain Dew from stopping the bike thief. Sorry, I had to throw another
Thwarting.
Will Ferrell thing in there from the...
You have to use the word thwarting.
Do what?
You have to use the word thwarting when you stop a thief.
Thwarting. Well, yeah, that's true.
Works so much.
John Blanton's style and artwork is largely behind the grim, dark, and then... Okay. Makes sense.
Alright, man. I'll try to catch you before I have to start driving around tonight. Or this morning.
Alright, Genuine. Appreciate you stopping by, brother. You take it easy. We will see you soon. Guys, real quick, if you don't follow Genuine, you need to. Dude is an incredible painter. Awesome, awesome guy. Really nice. Always fun to hang out with and talk to on his stream. Make sure you give him a follow.
And
Necromunda
you'll
is...
learn some creative usage of the English language.
Yes, you will. I was about to start using it, but I thought, nah, I'm going to hold off. See, he's in here for 10 minutes, and then I start talking like I...
Actually, we had not touched on Slaanesh yet.
On what?
Painting was asking if he missed the discussion on Slaanesh.
No, we haven't actually talked about Slaanesh yet, and how Games Workshop will take them forward. No, actually we haven't. Which, you know what? That's something we can post on the Facebook group, too.
I mean, I'm really... there's too many things that require my money and not enough money to give to them.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is one of those hobbies that is money.
Yeah.
Very much so. And that's kind of why I'm really needing to back off, especially after doing the 2 Kickstarters this time. Because to pay for Lords of Hellas, I used a credit card that me and my mom split that I'm not supposed to use. So she'll be happy when she sees the $200 on that.
Yeah, that'll go.
You know, I mean, there's that, and Zombicide, which was another $200, and both of those ended today.
That was the biggest killer. Is I would have been so much happier if they were, one of them was next month.
Man, you and me both. But it is what it is, and I just went with it.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Inferno. See if it drops in price some.
Just buy it all and never regret. Yeah, I would do that if I had a job, but being a stay-at-home dad finishing college is kind of puts a big damper on that. So that's why I'm painting a lot of the models for the games that I have. Plus, I just got Dark Souls, so I'm having a lot of fun with that. I'm not going to paint it yet, because it scares the ever-living crap out of me.
Yeah.
They're so intimidating. But also because I don't want to screw them up because I'm such a huge Dark Souls video game fan.
Yeah, that's... Well, but see... So, on one side, you could look at it as that's going to be your later project.
Yeah.
So you could start working on your non-metallic metals on other things, especially things with less metal.
Right.
Then you only have done this axe blade in non-metallic metal, but you got to practice it. Not a ton, but you got to practice it, learn it slowly. If it's really bad, it's only a little bit of the model that's really bad. Work it up until, maybe in 2 years you sit down and you paint your Dark Souls.
And that's kind of what I'm thinking, because I really want to get the Scale 75
Yep.
non-metallics.
There's 2 of them.
There's 3 of them.
3 non-metallics?
There's a straight up, if I remember correctly, there's a copper, a silver, and a gold.
Yeah. Oh, you mean sets?
Yeah.
I only saw there's a set for copper and gold and bronze, and then there's a set for silvers.
I thought there was one more.
It's possible, but I only saw those 2. I actually found a place that is a 2-hour drive away from me that sells them.
Really?
Yeah. I'm super excited about that.
Well, if you go, let me know.
I have to find out. The main thing is that they're online.
Okay, gold and copper are in the same set. Yeah, they're online, but dude, I was gonna do the thing that I posted on our Facebook group, the 20% off. I went in there, put it all in. It ended up knocking it down by like $14, right? Shipping was $8.50.
Yep.
So it ended up almost being the same price anyway. I was like, well, crap. And so I thought, well, maybe I'll just get one pot just to try out this Scale 75 because I've been wanting to try it out. And one pot was $4.50 and shipping was $8.50.
Yeah.
And I was like, good Lord. Like, I don't know. It was just one of those things. Like, it just kind of caught me off guard. And I was like, really?
Well, see, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's being shipped overseas.
No, not me. I mean, me either. Well, because there was also a U.S. website.
Apparently, Painting Stingray has 1.8 rubrics painted.
You can get them from the U.S. from their U.S. site. Yeah, and that's where I was seeing the $8.50 for the shipping.
So I posted the place that's just up the road from 2 hours away from me.
Oh, nice.
But
let's see.
I
Man,
don't know
chat's
whether they have
going
a
crazy
physical
now.
store, but I'm gonna find out.
Right? Just got 40 plus scale color paints. Wow. Very nice. I don't even know how many I have. I need to count and see how many paints I have. Painting steam, you can do it. Time management. Okay. Whoa, I almost knocked over that paint. I would have been pissed because I have the paint holder right next to me. Oh, okay. Yeah, they got a little bit of everything, don't they?
Yeah. But for where I'm located, that's a rather nice. They actually cover a lot of stuff, which
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
stores.
Yeah, because we only have one store around here, and it's about 30 minutes away from me, and I really don't like working with those guys. They're kind of jerks.
Did you go in for a demo?
No, I haven't yet. I haven't had time.
You don't have to. What's his name? Just lives up the road from you. You always go to him.
Max? Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. We're going to try to get something together and get a couple of people and try to play. There's actually a new place going in close to both of us to where we won't have to go to, like, the GW store or anything like that. It's a, like, tabletop store that you go into and you actually just take your games and you go play. And you can get food and drinks and stuff while you're playing.
Yeah.
And so they're building that right now, and so we're talking about waiting until that gets done and then go in there and play some Malifaux and stuff like that, you know. Is kind of the plan.
Sounds like it would be cool.
Yeah, but that store that's here, I mean, they have a crap load of games, but I've had better luck with stores online than I have stores, you know, like going into stores. And I hate saying that because I love helping out small local businesses because my family owns one. But it's all about the people in there. You know what I mean? Like, and one guy, I watched him go off on somebody when they asked if they had a certain game in. And he just went off because they had been sold out. And he was tired of telling people that he was sold out. And I was like, really, dude? I mean, come on.
I mean, the downside with our community is that I think you get a larger proportion of less than socially adept people that feel comfortable
Oh, definitely.
expressing themselves, which isn't necessarily bad, but it means you've got to be willing to put up with clashing personalities more than you would elsewhere.
Oh, without a doubt. And I mean, I blow it off every time I'm in there, you know, but when I'm in there with anytime I'm in there, it's with my son. And he just gets irritated and stuff whenever my son's in there and he starts getting excited about something, or he might start crying or do something like that, and the guy just, you can tell it's just irking him, and he's all getting pissy about it, and I'm like, dude, he's a 1.5-year-old kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I understand getting angry and upset, and everybody has bad days, but when it's every time you go in, it's kind of like, come on, dude. You know? But also, with that being said, having a 1.5-year-old, getting stuff online's a little bit easier for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
And kids polarize people.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see.
There's very few people that are just fairly indifferent to children.
Sounds like a great business. Well, and Stingray, he's not even the business owner. That's the thing. He's just one of the guys that works there. But he knows a lot about the stuff. And if you talk to him about something that he likes, then he's good. But he's not one of those people that'll help people out who are trying to get into this hobby, if that makes sense.
He knows a ton, and he's only looking for other people that are on his same level.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
And
I've
Warlander,
run into a lot of people like that.
Warlander, my GW store is the same way. Like, the guy that runs it, he loves my son. And I'm actually friends with him on Facebook, and he'll message me and be like, hey, when you bringing Caden in? You know, he loves me bringing him in, because he'll sit there and play with him for 30, 45 minutes, and I can look around and do whatever I want. And that's awesome. You know what I mean? But I just don't, I don't know, I guess, like I said, growing up with being in the store kind of stuff and owning an art gallery and all that kind of stuff, it's always been about customer service. You know, that's what I grew up on. And just having somebody that's always rude every time, it gets kind of old. You know, unfortunately. Because it is the only gaming store around here.
And it is... I can see pluses and minuses. I mean, there's probably more minuses to having an employee like that. But if the person is knowledgeable enough, that can help with the already established crowd.
Without a doubt.
There's a lot of people which run businesses that shouldn't, and
they
may not be the problem, but it sort of trickles down. They can't deal with the problems.
Exactly. And like I said, I am not complaining one bit. I am not saying I'll never go in there, because I do go in there. They have a lot of stuff that nobody else does, and it's sometimes easier to go in there than trying to find it online or do anything like that. Plus, I get credit when I go in there. I spend like $200, I get $15 off my purchase, like that kind of stuff, and it'll build up over months and months and months, and then I'll go and use it. And so I do that kind of stuff, and that's kind of how I'll get a new board game or get something like that. But doesn't mean I always enjoy going in there if that person's there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But like you said, there's always going to be people that clash and that aren't always the best communicators, but they're probably the best workers you've ever seen. So.
Yeah, and you know, it could be something more along the lines of started up a competition, needed somebody that could be there and knew the rules well enough that could act as judge, and he works great, and so we hired him, and now he's working with us, and you know, they're not thinking beyond the fact that he knows enough to handle anything, because knowing enough is not enough.
Warlander, gamers are antisocial weirdos. That's why we all thrive on Twitch. Very good point. I'll agree with that. But, yeah. Couldn't agree more. It's about to get wild. Man, now I'm trying to figure out what colors I want to do his clothes. I got too many paints.
Hush.
I do.
Don't speak blasphemy.
Man, well, I'm just sitting here thinking buying this huge Vallejo game set thing. Yeah, it was a great idea, but now I have too many options. On top of the 40 freaking Citadel pots I have. I guess I could finish up the skin on the other fatty. Do that, and then I probably need to call it a night since it's already 2 o'clock.
Yep. I gotta start getting ready to head out. Today's gonna be a weird day.
What do you got to do? Or what do you do?
My father is going to a doctor's appointment, so I'm taking the day and I'm driving him up.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm getting a car fixed, and I'm gonna go help some other relatives out. And then maybe if I still have energy, I was going to go up because the store that's an hour away is doing an Infinity Night on Wednesdays.
Oh, sweet.
And I want to learn. So I was like, I planned it out. I was like, so on Wednesday, I'll just, in the evening, I'll go up there. And now I'm like, I've been up since 2 a.m. and I'm going to go up to that. It doesn't start till 6.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Right?
I'll totally be awake for the drive home.
Hey, dude, it's just getting you ready for next year for the Come On Expo.
That'll be fine, because I probably won't be driving much. I'll probably be walking distance from the hotel.
Well, that and we probably won't be going to bed.
Yes, that too.
I mean, it's probably going to be, 3 days of nothing but gaming and...
We could come back from the convention, we set up a board, and we play something.
Hell yeah! Well, I mean, think about what we're going to be coming out of that expo with. You know what I mean? Like the models and stuff we're going to have. Yeah, we're going to be doing something.
Oh, yeah. Or we could just...
Uh-oh. I can smell something burning over here.
Yeah.
What do
A
you...
couple of the gears in my head just turned.
I was about to...
Not a
Yeah, I thought I heard some clanking.
So, if the internet's good enough,
The interwebs.
yeah, and somebody had a laptop they could stream off of,
Uh-huh.
and we took our paints,
We could do this.
we could all sit around and do this.
We could definitely do that.
That would be, the
My
talk
computer
around
can...
the table.
Well, and
what we saw.
my laptop can run it, because that's how I first started on Twitch. I'd just have to find a bot. Well, I wouldn't even really need a bot. Technically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that might be something we could do, too. Shoot, if they had it set up the right way, we could stream there. But we're going to have to stream, live stream to the Facebook group while we're walking through.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, why not?
Painting Stingray says to stop thinking. It's a dangerous habit.
It's a very dangerous... Oh, painting steam. Thank God you guys weren't here earlier.
That's right.
We made Mystic curl up in a ball and cry.
And then he ran away.
And then he ran away. Literally. Like, we literally scared Mystic Scorpion out of the stream. So next time you're on the stream, or next time you see Mystic Scorpion on, go over there and ask him about Serial Killer's stream that made him curl up in a ball and cry. He'll know exactly what you're talking about. I don't think
you could probably just say paint pot to him. And
oh, I don't even want to. Oh gosh. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, guys. Just quick note: if you guys haven't, you'll see a Facebook post that was just, or a Facebook link. Feel free to click on that and join the Mini Painters United Worldwide Facebook group. We have a lot of awesome conversations over there, and there's a lot of cool people over there that help each other out. And we talk about a lot of different Kickstarters, and we've got some really cool stuff coming up, which I actually talked about a little earlier, but I will be talking about more. But if you want to, feel free to join the group, and I will add you. I'm actually going to be talking to a couple of companies that are going to have Kickstarters, and they want me to come up with some questions to ask them, and I'm going to open it up to the group to figure out what questions to ask these companies, and we're going to be the first company or first group to see the game actually played. So if you want to get in on stuff like that, feel free to join the group. But no, Evan, I was thinking about it with the Come On Expo. I'm going to see if they do stuff that's like kind of like E3 does with different companies and different like podcasters and stuff, and see if we can get like a badge to do interviews.
That could be interesting.
Couldn't it? About some of their games and stuff like that. I think that would be really cool if we could get into something like that. Because yeah, I mean, it's all about the games that have already come out, but or that are about to come out, but still being able to talk to them would just be cool.
Yeah. If nothing else, it would give you fodder to talk about for the next couple streams.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it'd just be something cool, and then we could probably do like write-ups and stuff on some of the games and post them in the group, and then get it out there to other people that way too. Well, and the cool thing about it too is that a lot of the stuff we do, we can post it on my YouTube channel and do it that way.
I think Warlander and Painting Stingray are swapping stories about dealing with interesting people while playing games.
Yeah, those are always fun. I think everybody has those stories. Some of
This
them.
was particularly cringe-worthy for me, having somebody come and use your stuff with Cheeto fingers.
Oh. Yeah, no.
No.
Somebody would be getting shanked.
Yeah. But then I'm fairly okay with things like that. I'd be like, yeah, no. It's not complicated. Go wash your hands.
Well, it's one of those things. I don't sleeve all my cards, you know?
Yep.
But I definitely make sure my hands are clean. Like, I'm such an anal nutbag when it comes to my video games and my board games and all that stuff that I don't really need to sleeve them. You know? Because if I end up bending one of the cards or doing anything like that, it was definitely my fault anyway.
It was because you tripped and fell and
That's...
grabbed the table and took a card with you.
Dude, that's exactly right. I mean, that's literally the only way that it happens. I watch how I hold the cards, all that, and I'm not saying other people don't, and all, you know what I mean, but it's just... I just don't get so anal about it that because I'm not a huge fan of cards being sleeved. They get too slick, they don't fit in the box, it's just one of those things. Because I did it with the Black Plague cards, and now they don't fit in the box, and they just slide all over the box.
Do you still use the plastic that the things came in the box?
I do for now. I'm about to 3D print a set to go in the box.
Gotcha. I threw all that stuff away on all of my Zombicide boxes.
Yeah.
So I you know, you have to pay more attention. You have to take everything out of the box. You have to place the large tiles in, and then you put stuff around it.
Right.
If you do that correctly, it stays together.
Well, and I found a thing on Thingiverse Which, if you want me to, I'll print some up for you. I think it's more just for the tokens to go around the tiles. But you put the tiles in, and then you know that gap that goes all the way around it? Like the gap that goes all the way around the tiles at the bottom of the box?
Yes.
It fills that area with token trays.
Oh, that wouldn't be bad at all.
So if you want some of those, I can make some and send them to you.
I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it. I'm sort of tempted because I'm painting them, and
Right.
if you paint them, you don't really want to throw them into a box afterwards.
Oh, you mean the
So
models?
Yeah. Well, and so
Whoa, what is...
what I've been doing, and I'm slow, and it's mind-numbing. So I've been going very slow with it. But I black edge all of my cardboard pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And then I run like a thin layer of white glue, Elmer's glue,
Okay.
to keep them from splitting.
Okay.
And so, I'm trying to take care of those. I'm thinking about the card sleeves, things like that, just so that it'll last for much longer. But
Right.
between that and the painted models and stuff, I really don't want this stuff to get damaged. I'm thinking about buying one of the... find it. I was just looking at it the other day, and Warlander or somebody else in here, Painting Stingray, one of them may have seen these and can give me a review on them from somebody I actually know, not
All right.
completely random person on the internet.
I just posted that for you. That Thingiverse thing.
Oh,
If you want
cool.
to take a look at it.
I definitely will.
But you were talking about what? I'm sorry, you were talking about something that somebody can do for you?
So I was gonna get these foam case in a bag, and it's got room for books, which would work for a lot of the tiles and stuff.
Sure.
I'm
Okay.
thinking-
Okay.
Yeah, battle foam. Is that the one that goes inside the box? Because this is what I was looking at, Warland.
I apologize about if the camera's out of focus, guys. I don't know what's going on with it tonight. I have all my settings saved, and for some reason tonight it's wanting to be...
It's being special.
It is.
Warlander says he likes the battle foam because of the model to tray ratio.
Oh, very nice.
But is that the battle foam comes in the cardboard boxes? See, sort of what I liked about this is that it's a nylon bag, so it's a little bit tougher. And in fact, I was thinking about... Originally, I was just going to make my own. Originally, I was going to make wooden cases and put foam in them.
Well, but do you know how to do anything with wood?
Yes. I'm an expert with wood. Thank you very much.
I'm going to leave it at that.
I've been dealing with wood since I was a little kid.
Sorry, I had to.
Oh, Battle Foam is having a sale from the 1st of July.
Boom. There you go. And sold.
And they have canvas bags. I'm going to have to go look them up.
Look at that. Leave it to Warlander.
And Painting Stingray. They both
And
are
Painting
on that.
Stingray. Oh, nice. Sorry, guys, I'm painting. I didn't even realize it. But yeah, did you see that thing I posted, Evan?
Oh, that's what I wanted to... I was like, there was something else I was going to look for.
Glad I took the effort.
Your effort was noted. Not appreciated, but noted.
Not appreciated, but noted.
Oh, gosh, too many things for my computer to handle at one time. Let's close that.
Yeah, I used to have that problem.
Yeah. Well, that's my internet, so even getting a new computer's not really going to save me
Right.
from that. It's just going to stop me operating at 94% physical memory while it's happening.
Good lord.
Oh, yeah, I have seen those before.
Yeah. So I'm going to print a couple of
Yeah.
those up.
So my only concern with them, and you might be able to fix this
I probably
because
can.
you're printing them yourselves, is that if you combine any of the expansions, like not the big expansion boxes, but some of the littler ones have cards that go with them.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether any of them have tokens. I think some of them have tokens. And they're the same size as the others, but it looks like these almost fill up to the top, which means you wouldn't be able to stack any more on.
You talking about? Hold on. Let me look at it.
The ones that you can 3D print?
Yeah. Well,
But I
the one going
assume you
around
just-
these,
Yeah.
that's just the tokens.
Right.
Oh, you're talking
No,
about
but
the
what I'm
extras
saying-
that you get. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you get more cards or something like that, or more tokens, you could, you would want to stack them on there, but you would need to raise that higher.
Well, and that's easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
That's-
easy to do.
Sort of as I was thinking it, I thought it's probably not that difficult.
Well, because I made one like that for Dark Souls.
Oh no. Warlander's posting an infinity bag. I'm gonna want this, aren't I?
Well, anything anybody posts, you want.
Yeah. This is true too.
I mean, let's just be honest here.
In all fairness,
I mean,
I want all the things.
oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, you're gonna want it, Ed.
Yeah.
Warlander, just take Evan's card now, and he'll take 5. One just to sit pretty.
Oh, pretty. Well, I told you that I'm making a case for my Blood Bowl, didn't I?
No, you did not. But you just did, so.
Okay. So I'm making my own pitch. I've got a big piece of foam. I'm laying it out. I've laid out where the square is going to be, but I'm going to cover it with flock and everything. It's going to have a stream running through. It's going to be a big production.
Yeah.
And I've laid it out. I just need to practice with all the techniques to make sure that the wheat field on the edge of it actually looks like a wheat field before I start to do it.
Right.
Like that. But having this field is not enough, especially because you'd have to pick it up and stick it in a corner somewhere, blah blah blah. So I was thinking about making like a guitar case, basically, and sinking the entire thing inside of it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That'd be awesome. That'd be something different, too.
That's the other thing I was thinking. I'd be making it out of decent wood. I could stain it up. It could look really nice. It would be sturdy, so you could sit on it.
Yeah.
But you could take it somewhere and then open it up, and basically half of it would work as the field, and the other half I wasn't sure how I'm going to do it. But either I'd magnetize my troops to the top, or something like that. You could use it as a very large place to roll dice, things like that.
Right. No, that's awesome. You'll
Yeah,
definitely
I mean-
have to post stuff about that. That's really cool.
It's not gonna not a lot of it's the testing stuff is gonna happen during the summer because it's hot, and I'm not going out to the workshop to spend hours and hours cutting down wood.
Yeah,
But-
no.
Come fall, and I was laughing last night. I have too many projects. There's too many things I want to do.
Dude, you and me both.
I spent yesterday because it's nice enough that I could get away with it. I was grinding down some bone to try to get blanks because I want to make my own pocket knife out of purely bone.
Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna make my own pocket knife anyways, and I'm just gonna make my own metal one. And I was, I don't really have the tools for it, but I can fudge it. I've done it before, and then I thought of the bone, and that it took a life of its own.
No, that's really cool. That'd be awesome. All right. I definitely need to call it a night. It is 2:30.
Yeah,
I started at, what, 9:30? 10 o'clock? Something like that.
yeah, 10, because I think you started at 11 for me.
Okay, yeah, so
10:30.
10. Let's see. Nobody's really streaming. Or do you have anybody? I don't have anybody on mine. Yeah, Warlander, it was great to meet you too. I've always seen you in other streams, but never really got to talk to you. I really appreciate you stopping by. Definitely can't wait to talk to you more. I appreciate it, without a doubt.
I can tell you why, Warlander. When you started to branch out looking for more people, Serial wasn't streaming as much. He did a bunch of streaming before you branched out, and then he was busy in a way.
Yeah, I took a business trip with my fiance up to Boston, and then after that I got home and been spending a lot of time with my son. Just because he's at that awesome stage of 1.5, and but now it's getting to the point to where I can stream at night and do all that kind of stuff. So I'm back. And Warlander, like I said, if you haven't, feel free to join the Facebook group. We're always on there talking, hanging out. It's just search Mini Painters United Worldwide. Let me see if my stuff's working in it. Then it will pop up for you. And it's not. But well, I appreciate it. I try to paint a lot of different stuff besides just Warhammer. I try to get different games out there, and if you look at the top, I'm going to be doing a board game giveaway of Dark Souls, the new Dark Souls board game. Me and my fiance will play it on stream, and then I bought an extra copy to give away. And that's the whole reason I got into tabletop gaming, was the Dark Souls board game. And so I wanted to kind of give back by doing that. And so that's kind of what that is. But anyway, I appreciate it. And Evan, be safe on your...
3 people on.
Do what?
I was going to tell you that there's 3 people I've got streaming right now.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I know.
Are you there? I lost you. Hello? Well, that's weird. Play all sorts of games, Rogan. Very nice. Evan, are you there? Hello? I think I just lost Evan. Geek and Sundry. I do not have them. Ah, okay. Don't be jealous. You can have them.
And you're back.
Are you back?
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that.
That was weird. Like you were just talking and all of a sudden it was gone. It was kind of nice. I had to.
Did you hear all 3 that are streaming?
No, I didn't. I didn't hear any of them.
Okay. AA Ron J Bang is streaming.
Okay.
He's always chill. Raymond Strange is streaming, and he's a strange stream that's fun to watch. And Genuine Vision.
Oh, we're going Genuine. Why is it not showing the Genuine's streaming? Is he streaming?
Yeah, I've got him up streaming. It says he's doing Wednesday Werewolfery.
Okay. What is it? It's JANUINEVISION, right?
Yep.
He's not. It's a host.
He's not?
That's what Warlander just said.
Let me pull it up and double check, but that's weird. He said he was going to stream, and now I've got him listed as streaming, but...
Okay, yeah, double check it real quick, because for some reason it's not showing on mine.
I'm checking, but, you know, my internet.
Oh,
so.
take your time.
Oh, says live. I've got other people watching. I'm watching him.
And it's JANUINEVISION, right?
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, here we go. I got it. Okay. Wait, nope.
JANUINEVISION.
Okay. I am going to send it over that way. Guys, I appreciate it. I will try to be on tomorrow night. I don't know with this being so late. I might not. But if I'm not, I will be back on Thursday. Or I will try to stream tomorrow afternoon. It all just kind of depends. But I appreciate it. Evan, had fun, buddy. We'll definitely start doing this Discord stuff pretty much every night.
Was good fun, man. Thanks for letting me on.
Oh, yeah. No problem. Anytime, buddy. Anytime I'm on, you're more than welcome. But, alright, guys. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And remember, you are your own worst critic, so paint on. We'll see you guys later. So, paint on.
Oh, there's a serial killer coming in. Hey, serial killer, thank you very much for the host, matey. I'm decanting a paint in a minute. Give us a wee second. How are you doing, man? Hope your stream went well. In for a bit. I'm just showing how we decant paint. Right, that's pretty much it now. The ball bearings, at this point,
I need to
the way you get your ball bearings out.
I gotta go too.
Yeah, it's a lot later than I was expecting. I was like, well, I'll do like a 2-hour stream. Yep, not so much.
Yes, you know, I
just give a little.
struggled as long as I could, and I fell asleep
Ball
at
bearings should
6
come out. Of
p.m.
course, these
so.
two little
Yeah.
are coming out now.
I woke
I was
up
gonna
and you
go.
were on. I was like, oh, cool.
Oh, dude, fucking me. Right.
Still gonna be a rough day.
Should-
Yeah.
I should have gone back to sleep for another hour or two, but that's fine.
Right,
That's fine.
it was worth it.
And that's
Yep.
basically it. And of course,
But, alright, man. You take it easy, and I will talk to you some point later. We'll probably message each other bitching about how tired we are.
thanks.
Yeah, one way or another. I'll talk to you later.
Alright, buddy.
For all stats purposes, we've got, I would say, about 99% of the paint out now. You know, the only paint that's left in there is what's kind of like a thin covering on the outside of the pot. But the inside, it's dead. Then put on the old nozzle, cap on, and then give it an unholy shake, because you've got in here now, down here is pure unadulterated thick brine oxide, a little bit of medium, a lot of medium, so you need I was about to say emasculate the paint, that's not the right word at all.